Good evening everybody. I hope you're doing well this fine Sunday evening. Lovely to have you all here. Let me just swap on over to the regular scene. There we go, got everything in. First and foremost, thank you Andy and John for coming in with your subs just whilst I was on the start screen. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. So thank you both. 17 months and 4 months. That is amazing, so thank you. Let's have a whole load of emotes in the chat for you. Thank you for your support. Let's have a look, see who else is in. We've got Edwards is here, Det, Catherine, Dado, Netherwings, Apophis. Andy is obviously in, Real Ginny, and Brumblefar, Metketrition, and Old One. Good evening all. And John, yes, we have you in for that and for the sub. And Desi's in. And Lady Daisy. Good evening everyone, I hope you're doing well. And the dude's here as well. Lovely to have you all here. Fantastic. I hope, oops, just banged that. I'll just move my camera across a little bit, can't quite see that. Banged my drink, there we go. Got everything sorted. And Kozakov, good evening to you. And Pekmako, 17 months. Owe you a pint? I definitely do, John. Not that I drink, but I will happily buy you a pint at one day. Thank you so much, John. That's incredible, that amount of support for 17 months. I really do appreciate it. Thank you indeed. For server, I'm on Mirage Raceway. I actually logged into Classic the other week just to see where I was at, and I hadn't logged in for over 6 months. I couldn't believe it was 6 months since I last logged into Classic. I'd love to do a bit more of Classic if I can work that into a routine and do a little bit of Classic at the same time, because the whole leveling experience and everything is so chill with Classic. It's definitely something nice and relaxed and enjoying, certainly. Going to be watching for 40 minutes. Got the Ubisoft Forward event tonight, so watching it with a girlfriend. Oh, right, what's that, Edwards? Is there anything specific to look forward to on the Ubisoft Forward? And LFD, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, wow, because you kicked off the hype train with that one. Thank you so much. Keep the content coming. Hope it all works out. It's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Using your Prime for 4 months as well. Thank you very much indeed for both the kicking off the hype train and for your kind words. That's so nice of you. Webgirl, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Let's put a whole load of emotes in the chat for Kozakov. There we go. Pop a load in there. Just showing off stuff that's coming in the future. Oh, right, excellent. Well, I hope they have some nice, interesting things. Obviously, I tend to focus things on WoW, but it's always nice to see what other games are being produced at the moment, certainly. Let me just adjust that. There we go. So, things tonight, it will be going through the Wowhead blog once that's live, and we'll go through and talk through all the goings-on. Obviously, we had the big Shadowlands event last Wednesday, and all the interviews and everything that came out as a result of that. A few tidbits of information, some interesting, coming out from gold making. I'd love to hear what everyone's take is on that at the moment. Kojak92, good evening to you. Funny you mentioned Classic. Your raiding guild went on a summer break this Monday, so decided to spend some time trying out a new class. They've sunk 43 hours into a warlock and just got to level 28 15 minutes ago. Oh, fantastic, congratulations. My week has been quite up and down this week, but it's on the up now, so I'm quite happy about that. Makazu, good evening to you. I swapped places again. Yes, this should be the main position for a good while yet, because I'm now back up in the bedroom. We've redecorated, so it looks a lot nicer here. And this way I'm sort of kept out of the way from the living room, so I'm not disturbing everyone whilst I'm streaming and sorting stuff out. Not quite the real Ginny, but we're working plans out at the moment, so hopefully I'll be able to. Well, I mean, ideally, I would love to do more of streaming and YouTube content, more as a full-time, as I've always kind of aspired to, but I'm just kind of working out the best way to bridge that gap at the moment. Oh, wow. Camby Summer gifting a sub to Desi. So kind of you. Thank you so much. And that's also kicked off the hype train to level 1. That's amazing. Thank you so much. No, not at all, Edwards. I mean, it just goes to show how positive and kind the WoW gold making community is, certainly. Level 2 hype train already. That's amazing. Half-time stream YouTube, half-time other work. I'll see what I can bring in, basically. The aim is to make YouTube and streaming a full-time thing, and then I need to work basically towards that. So I've got plans afoot. You already will have seen the changes that are happening with the YouTube channel. I'm working on getting more high-quality content out there. I'm focusing on sort of like the production values, using all of the kind of like the skills I've got as a 3D artist and everything, and bringing that into the channel. So I've got loads and loads of ideas. I'm really looking forward to how I can sort of bring that more to a wider audience. Nice to catch me live. Oh, Sonic Astro, lovely to have you here. How have you been? If you know any PHP or MySQL, you know a job vacancy in Hazelmere. Oh, really? My PHP didn't go very far, other than sort of like scraping a database just for some very basic sort of like address lookup stuff. It was nothing fancy. I'm not a big programmer by a long sense, but thank you very much. Hazelmere's not too far either. Does that mean you're not the hype train conductor anymore? I don't know, Edwards. I don't know how it works with that, with the conductor thing. It looks pretty interesting though. How does it work? Is it the person that started the hype train, or the person who last was there? Scrimph, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. We're just going through and chatting to everyone at the moment. The Wowhead blog should be live at some point soon. Let me just have a check and see if that's not quite live yet. If anyone does spot it going live, let me know, and then I can swap on over to them. But we'll let everyone come in and have a good old chat as to what's been going on. The one who started, you believe? Oh, right, okay. Also, don't know how that hype train works either. Exactly. Looks like it got derailed. LMHO, it certainly did. We've basically it's sub, gift, or use bits to get the next level, and we're already on level 2, so that's absolutely amazing. Hazelmere is up Guildford Godalming way, isn't it? Royal Ginny, if I'm thinking correctly. Polite person that shouldn't apologise, needs to take a day off. I know, Silent Mouse, but it was quite the day, and I felt it kind of like needed a little bit of explanation, if nothing else. Lovely to have you here though, Silent Mouse. Just got your education done, got your diploma full stack developer. Oh, very nice, Sonic Astro. Congratulations on that. So what does a full stack developer do? Is it any different from a half stack developer? Darkwing coming in with 11 months. So close to 8 months drink, 11 total. New colour Cookhead next month. I know that will be the 1 year one. That's when you go purple, isn't it? No, is it purple or is it gold? I can't remember my own colours now. We'll have to find out. But thank you for getting the hype train up to level 250% there as well. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Darkwing. Really do appreciate your support. Let's see a whole lot of emotes in the chat for you. There we go. Thank you so much. Lovely to be here. Well, it's lovely to have you here, Silent Mouse. Let me just go through this in case I miss something. It's a front end, back end unicorn. Oh, right, let me check. Is that how it works? You're purple, so it must be gold. Yes, it must be, actually. There we go. I can look at my own one there. My bot is a 33-month subscriber. Actually, I am as well. So that's where it goes gold. Have I got... I'm not sure what I've got on there as well. Tier 3 one. It looks like it's got gold flecks on it or something like that, I think. Bennypod, do I know the legalities of streaming things like Ubi Forward tonight? I don't know, Bennypod. I know that... oh, thank you also so much for the hype train. That's absolutely fantastic. We collected all of the level 1 emotes. So that is basically all of those. Wow. I won't do them all in the chat. I'll leave those there. But thank you all. That is amazing. Hold on, now I've got that window open. I can't close it. Let's put one in just in case. There we go. I got a Suicune instead. That wasn't the emote I meant to click. There we go. Looks like it's gold stars, doesn't it? Creatives, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Full stack is back end as well as some front end work for PHP. Ah, right, okay. Fantastic. And Rhino the Hamster, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. There we go. You've got the hype ghost for John. And Adrios, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. So yes, with the legalities of streaming, I think it's down to the organisation itself. If they don't want you to stream it, then they will probably quite clearly say it. I remember with the BlizzCon stuff, they didn't mind, as far as I understood, because I remember Quinn doing it, you doing the opening ceremony when it happened, but then any of the other content that was locked behind the virtual ticket, Blizzard weren't happy with you streaming that content, because obviously for content reasons. I don't know about the Ubisoft. If you can restream it and they say explicitly, then it should be fine. I think looking into other 3D jobs is something I eventually want to pursue. Games industry can take a toll on us. Using those skills on different fields is definitely something you want to look later. Yes, Edwards, it's been something I did over the past 25 years, I think. I started in the games industry. I went through about 3 different games companies. Then I went freelance for a while. So I did a lot of remote stuff for various games companies as well as a few other bits and pieces. Then moving into commercials was quite interesting because that was kind of like using the 3D skill set but in a different way. And then I went into film briefly, went freelance again, and then went back into sort of corporate media things. So I've done a bit of everything really throughout the years. So it's definitely transferable, the skills. Once you know 3D, it can be used in a lot of different things, and especially things like the film industry. They use a lot of real-time engines now, so there's a lot of scope there. Although you get churned up and spit out as much in the film industry as you do with the games industry. Ziggy's, thank you very much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. I made commercials. Any 3D food? No. Basically, I did a lot of. The main things I did was Sky commercials, so big shiny spinny boxes and content, and I did a lot of things. I did a Carphone warehouse advert. That was quite good fun as well, and a lot of Phones for You adverts. If you can remember those old obscure Phones for You ads when you had to when all the phones had all the keys and everything like that. I did a lot of modelling on stuff like that. I'd love to pick your brain sometime. You're 5 years in the games industry at a high-end dev. I think you know the studio. Yes. Already feeling the weight of the pressure. So yeah, definitely message you sometime. Definitely, Edwards. I'm happy to pass on any of my advice and knowledge. Certainly. Sunny D, thank you very much for your Prime. 3 months. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your support. I've got my emotes all the way scrolled down, so I was going to do some more Pokemon ones there. So let's swap that out for that lot. There we go. Phones having keys, yes. If you can remember the Nokia N95, it was around in that era, certainly. What else have we got? The quintessential spinning logos. that's kind of like the standard fare, definitely. Need Aelmar Elite on NA servers. Is that up? Is it Doc Otter? If anyone in this chat is young enough not to remember when phones had actual buttons, keys, I'm not sure, Real Jenny, because I think most of my audience is definitely on the sort of on the higher age range, I would say. Dressing Rose, lovely to have you here. And Sunny D. You was a pro at Snake. I still had Snake on my recent Nokia phone, definitely. The Nokia N95 was your life when you were a teenager, was it, Dizzy? It was a really good phone. The fact that it was stereo, it had really good sound quality, definitely. And colour as well. Game Cat, good evening to you. Something to cheer me up? What's this? What's tall and cute and good friends with any gold maker? Bayleaf. Very nice, Tristan Rose. That's fantastic. You got them approved. That's lovely. And there's an Asmon one as well. Wow, I didn't realise he had one. We've definitely got a plethora of Brutosaurs. Definitely, that's lovely. You still use a Nokia? You got Nokia 8? Oh, right, excellent. And Annette, good evening to you. Rhino the Hamster, you went from a Nokia 3310 to an S7 Edge. I think that's quite a jump, definitely. Jack, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You're so close, are you, Lumecho? Hopefully you'll get your Brutosaur soon. So what's my plan for today? Let's get started. At the moment, we're catching up on everything at the moment. Let's have a look at see where the Wowhead blog is at, because that is the next thing on the list. It doesn't look like it's gone live yet, so I'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. Hopefully it will come through soon. Just keep an eye on that there. I'll keep that window up on the side so I can have a look at it. And what we will do is we'll go through the usual gold making bits and pieces to start off with. I haven't looked at my auctions at all since Tuesday, in fact, so everything will have expired, and I can't imagine there's a huge amount of gold in the mailbox. But we'll have a look, we'll see what is available, relist things on, check the market, see how they're coping. Tell me how to get the Tomb of Unspeakable Delicacies. Kill some mutants off cultists and it will not drop. Am I just unlucky or do something wrong? I can't remember how I got mine. I think I was just going through and doing the whole, where is it? Let's have a look. Doing whatever was on in here, and I think I ended up just picking one up just randomly, as far as I remember. I can't remember it being anything specific. Give me a chance to get some sales before I repost everything. Right, Ginny? Sorry. By the way, how's Pokemon Go going? I'm level 77. Level 37, yeah, I'm halfway there on Pokemon Go. I'm halfway to 40, if you can understand that. It's completely bizarre. But yes, I'm really enjoying it. I like all the changes they've done to make it a lot more usable for people who are locked at home during this time. So that's pretty nice, definitely. Let me just scroll up, see if I missed anything else. You've just done all your cancels and reposts. Oh, right, real Jenny, that's great timing. Only changed because it didn't have 4G. That's Ericsson. You had a Sony Ericsson. You loved the mini golf game on it, multiplayer via Bluetooth with friends. Oh, that sounds very advanced, definitely. Hoping for a beta invite this week? Yes, very much so. I would really like to get my teeth into Professions and have a look at that. A good question, actually. Would people want me to stream beta if and when I get it? I don't want to do too much in the way of like storyline reveals or anything like that, but I would really like to have a look at Professions. That's the main thing, certainly. Because, yeah, storyline, I'd rather sort of like keep that out of it, certainly, but if we can do something and have a look at the systems, I'll definitely like that. You never got hang of that Pokemon Go craze. It's good fun. I mean, I used to play the Pokemon card game with my son. Really into that. So I've enjoyed Pokemon in various forms throughout the years. So the actual Pokemon Go itself, once I got a phone that was actually powerful enough, it's been great fun, definitely. Do I know what the actual throttle rates are? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. I can ask the TSM team, because they've probably got actual logs and statistics and things like that as to where the throttle actually hits. But as far as I know, it's still at 100 auctions, I believe. Yes, the item level squish for old crafters items. That's definitely something I'd like to look at. Because you're getting hit when you're on posting, not just on cancels. Oh, okay. Posting is at 66 today. Is it really, Mushy? Let's have a look. Let's go through and let's take... How's my bag looking? 76 space at the moment. So let's deal with the expires. See if we can get something out of this lot. And then we'll see what the posting rate is here. Let's just take some of these off for the moment. Are the old shuffle vendors still viable in Shadowlands? That's going to be interesting, isn't it? What kind of price various items are going to be? Will that change it? Am I full? Yes, I am. Okay, let's go have a look. Let's just move my Brutosaur back a little bit so I'm not taking up a lot of space. And then, right, let's have a look. Auctioning, let's select everything and run a post scan. So let's see how quickly this goes through. Scanning wise seems okay. Still good, even if you're just looking at the unlearned professions. Yeah, I think that would be the best thing, is to just focus on professions and see what we can find. Obviously we'll find out next week who's got an interbeta, but it's definitely exciting. So we've got 74 auctions. Let's just run through those and see what happens there. Posting seems to be normal-ish at the moment. Let's see if anything else. It's all Oku. Jack, lovely to have you here. Inventor of Pokemon has autism. Interesting, Webgirl. I can see a lot of the sort of like things that make Pokemon great would be appealing. If you want to focus on sort of min-maxing and looking at statistics and facts and things like that, that's definitely, certainly in my bag of interest. So I didn't see anything on the posting speed there. It seemed relatively okay for me, and that was at 74, certainly. Been using my paste bins, making so much gold at the moment from it. It's amazing. Oh, fantastic, Catherine. I'm glad you're still finding them useful. I will update my paste bins once TSM 4.10 is more publicly available, and then we'll go through an update. I'll do an updated video as well on using TSM as well. I've got loads and loads of ideas as to things I want to stream about and do YouTube videos about. Aura Warrior, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Did I miss your resub, Sunny D, from 10 minutes ago? If I did, I do apologise. I just saw it then. I can't remember if I actually said thank you to you for that. I hope I did. If I didn't, I'll give you a belated one, just in case, because I just saw that there on my notifications, and I couldn't remember if I had, so I'll do a whole load more extra. There we go. Just whilst my mail is opening. Just want to make sure. Have you said good evening yet? Good evening, Mushy. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Incoming 2 hours of hell for the mouse. Time to make the cloak quest. Oh right, interesting. Why will your mouse get hammered for the cloak? Silent mouse. Can't wait. So far, out of all the goal makers you watch, I'm the only one that's helped me a lot so far. Well, that's lovely to hear. Thank you so much for the kind words, Catherine. Alright, let's get this lot posted. Let's try 70, see how that works. I have plans to completely redo your groups in a major way, but waiting for the new TSM for it. I think that's a good idea, Webgirl, because the new TSM certainly makes it a lot easier to manage your groups and your operations as well, certainly. Using LVI with add-on skins. Don't update add-on skins at the moment. There's a bug and will hide your TSM info. Oh, really, Darkwing? Okay, thank you for sharing that with everyone. Do you hate Magni? Oh, right. Magni does... he does say champion quite a lot. Also, don't have the cloak yet. I'm at level 5. That's as far as I've gotten at the moment. Even after getting the Brutal, you haven't done anything apart from make more gold. What have I done to you? Well, you've got the gold making bug. That's the thing. Once you got into it, you realise that there's so much fun to be had, and you don't even have to play the game the normal way. You can literally make gold, and it's fun. Oh, just that he expects you to make your own way to places. Yeah, that does happen a lot. That is annoying, certainly. It never leaves you alone, wants you to do world quests. If greater than DB regions sold per day 100. If greater than DB regions sold per day 10, 20. If greater than DB regions sold per day 2, 5.1. Try out your string for a restock. I'm not sure how I would use that. So basically that is using the restock quantity. As I read this, the restock quantity should be 200 if the sold per day is more than 100, and if it's 10. So if then, it's kind of like an if then else, isn't it? So if then do that, then return that. Else, if greater than 10, return 20. If greater than 2, return 5. If not 5, then 1. So you're going down in values. That looks like it should work. Or a warrior. Yeah. So I don't know what I'd have as an example there, because for me, I wouldn't use. I tend to manually set my my crafting operations for that reason. But yeah, it looks right, certainly. Harry Gamer, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. How have you been? Just going through, going to repost everything on. Oh, we've just sold a big mech already. Well, that's a good start. Let me just double check whilst I'm here, actually. On the... yep, the Wowhead blog is up. Let's go have a look. We can go over and have a look at that at the moment. There we go. Right, okay, so let me just adjust the command for this and we'll get that started, and then we'll hop on over and we can talk about the Wowhead blog. Let me just change my commands, which I's not working. There it is, and then I'll edit that one. Right, here we go. Paste that, submit that, then go over here, have a look at that. Someone crashed the ATV market on Shadowlands, but only need 29,000 for the 5 million gold. Oh, that's so close, Harry Gamer. I hope you get it very soon. I'm sure you will at that point. What was that? Oh, that's the community. Thank you, Jack. What else have we got? Sam is the Bob Ross of gold making. Makes it seem easy, but explains everything in a constructive and clear method. It's breath of fresh air. Makes your Sunday evening worth it. Oh, that's so kind of you to say so, Rhyperia. Thank you so much. We're going to go and talk about the Wowhead blog in a moment, so I'll get the link ready for everyone who wants to follow along. That should take us to the latest. Yes, there we go. So I'll move this over in preparation, and we can talk about everything that's been going on this week. Obviously, we had a lot of interesting stuff happen with the development team going and doing interviews and all sorts of stuff. Lots of snippets of information came out from various places. The big one pertinent to gold makers was obviously the Brutosaur going. We didn't know. I did a poll on it, and about 68% thought the Brutosaur would go in pre-patch, and about 30% thought it would go in Shadowlands release. And Ian on Panda's stream actually did say that the Brutosaur would be going away in pre-patch. Now they're going to release another post next week, I believe, going through everything that what will be in and what won't be in with pre-patch and release. But when it comes to the Brutosaur, that was the big thing, basically saying it's going to be going away in pre-patch, which is going to be interesting. The problem is we don't know when pre-patch is. We don't have a launch date yet. Yeah, we definitely need it. I think it's as far as I know, it's just coming next week. I imagine once beta comes out, then they'll have a post just explaining everything that's happening. Because I know corruption's going away, as far as I know. That's one of the things. You need 11k and you're done. Wow, Aurora, that's very close indeed. Good luck. Hopefully you'll get that in the next 3 hours, certainly. Yeah, just expect pre-patch and be lucky if you get it later. And then there was also some speculation, thinking about it, in terms of how long from the point at which beta starts, which is going to be next week, how long before release date. And so there was some speculation on the Reddit threads talking about, well, Legion to beta was 68 days, BFA to beta was 84 days. So, and considering they said it's going to be a fall release, and we're thinking maybe, guesswork here, is probably going to be somewhere like mid-November, I would expect. So I would think about another 2 to 3 months you have to get your Brutosaur, maybe about mid-October or something like that. Yes, that's right, Wayman Live. Ian mentioned there was going to be a full post talking about when things are going and when things aren't. Oh, Lizelle, I'm so glad that you managed to get your Brutosaur. I'm glad to help in any capacity. You're using October the 1st as your deadline for the Zero to Hero Brutosaur challenge. I think that's October the 1st. I think is safe because that's the first day of quarter 4, isn't it? And officially they have to release it within quarter 4 of this year. Yeah, it's 3 months. Where are we at the moment? We're sort of like halfway through July, so. Yeah, so we've got August and September, probably about 2.5 months, I would say. So 1st of October, if you're looking at 2.5 months to get the Brutosaur, it's a tough push. I'm sure it's probably doable. It depends on how much resources you've got at the moment and what kind of markets you're in and how much preparation on things like professions and stuff like that you've done beforehand. They just said fall exactly. If we did have a date for Shadowlands, it would be useful. More useful if we have a date for pre-patch. I think once they get into the beta and kind of like get that sort of kicked off, then they'll probably have a better idea as to how much work they think is needed on it, certainly. 3 weeks before Shadowlands release, and Shadowlands release should be 18th of November. That's what I thought, Jack. I saw that post as well about potentially saying 18th of November from the... what was it, the collector's editions, I believe it was, or something like that. Daunting task, but you're not even half of the 5 million, to be honest. Question, can I buy Shadowlands items from the auction house if you don't buy Shadowlands? Because then you can buy a new PC and just play BFA. And sometimes winter sale by Shadowlands. Yes, I believe you can. The auction house is the auction house. So, like, if I didn't have any BFA, if I didn't have BFA, I could go and buy some BFA items. I just couldn't level up to that appropriate level. That's the main thing. You just can't craft it and things like that. US fall is between September the 22nd and Monday the December the 21st. So your bet is Friday the 24th of October for pre-patch. I mean, I think that's quite a reasonable date, certainly. So Thanksgiving is on the last week. Is it the last week of October? I thought it was last week of. Isn't Thanksgiving the 3rd Thursday of November? Or have I got that completely wrong? 3rd Thursday of November. It is the 3rd Thursday of November. Okay, I did wonder. Yeah, so I think to agree with you that they drop it around the Day of the Dead. When's that, Doc Otter? That would be very on point, certainly. Only the new content like the area, the dungeons, the raids, and the stuff that's level 50 60 means you can't go there, certainly. But you'll be able to pick up items from the auction house, certainly. Okay, Edwards, have a lovely rest of your evening. Hope you enjoy the Ubisoft event. I hope you get some nice information. Around a month before Christmas, so November the 1st, 3rd area. Based on the other expansions, they tend to launch anywhere between August and November. Only Kata launched later, which was a December launch, so October seems likely. I looked at the launch dates, and they have been all over the place, haven't they, with regards to what Blizzard do? So there isn't a standard standard time, but somewhere around then, because obviously, you know, they have traditionally have BlizzCon around that sort of time, and they like to talk about various things. So Day of the Dead is November the 1st. Ah, right, okay. I wonder if they're aiming for that. It might be a bit early, I wonder. I think it gets further delayed because of COVID, working from home restrictions. I think mid-December, and the raid open in January. I think that would be conservative, certainly, Wayman, because for the same reasons, really. I know a lot of companies have been disrupted with everything that's been going on in the world, and game development is no different to that. So even though people are working from home, I wonder how it has has influenced everyone's sort of like production time and things like that. Ice Dragon, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I have no idea what you said. You want to be odd. Right, so it's going to be interesting, isn't it? So if you haven't gotten your Brutosaur and you're still working on it, good luck. Hopefully you'll have 2 to 3 months still left to get it. If you're at 0 gold at this stage, that might be very difficult unless you're willing to put in lots of hours to try and build up capital and learn markets and expand your gold-making empire. Jeannie, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Before Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, I wouldn't be surprised around that sort of time, because obviously you've got the holiday period around then, and so there will be lots of people off. It would make a lot of sense to have it release on either just before then, certainly. $2 million to go, aiming for 27k a day, with pre-patch hitting 1st of October. I think that's pretty reasonable, Mitatesio, and I think 1st of October would give you a bit of leeway, and 27k a day doesn't sound too bad, actually. If you've got your systems all set up and you're rotating gold through at the moment, then that should be quite reasonable. It all depends on what you've got set up at the moment. Cryptaria, thank you so much for the follow. Maybe Blizz will surprise us in Shadowlands with another auction mailman. They did, was it... I can't remember whose interview it was. Was it Hazel's interview where they hinted at another gold sink, but not as in depth as the Brutosaur, or not as expensive, certainly. Oh, Cryptaria coming straight in with this Prime as well. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Welcome on board. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Here's a whole lot of emotes for you to use as you like. Thank you very much. So kind of you. You still need 800k before we have all heroes items, then you can finally save up for Shadowlands gold. That's a good plan. That's not too much either. Doing Glory of Nile off the Raider with your guild. Oh, very nice. It was Hazel, was it, Kojak? 39,000 a day, and till this point you're doing okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, definitely. It was her. Okay. I struggle with all. There's lots of different interviews that came out, and I mean it's great that Blizzard do that. I really like the way that they're embracing the streaming culture that way. BFA and Legion were August, WOD was November, Miss was September, and Kata was December. Interesting to see. They have fairly long alpha, so beta could be shorter. Yeah, it could be, but I would hope that they actually took the time to get it right. There's a lot of systems here at play. I myself, when I was watching the live development stream and them talking about all the different systems, I got completely confused. I had no idea what was going on. So I'm going to have to take a bit of time to just get my head around what's the important ones, what's the main storyline ones, what do I need to do for my character, and then go on from there, certainly. Even if you start now and don't make the Brutosaur, you still end up with a nice chunk of gold going to Shadowlands. You certainly would. And I'm sure if you kept on saving gold, especially through the beginning of an expansion, where you can, if you get the right markets, you can make a lot of gold. You'd then be able to tap into whatever black market auction house Brutosaur there is. So I'm sure you could probably get it, even if it costs you 10 million. Please extend the beta so we don't have another BFA starting fiasco. I think it's more important to get it right and later than rush it out at this stage. You couldn't keep up with all the systems either. Yeah, it was a lot. I probably just need a more condensed thing to work on, and then expand from there. And if you're lucky, you can get it cheaper on the auction house. You may be able to, definitely. You have to have a spreadsheet to keep track of all the different systems and currencies in Shadowlands. Sounds like it's going to be a nightmare. Although, us gold makers are probably at an advantage. We do love a good spreadsheet, so maybe we're in a good position to make the most of it. Yeah, as Silent Mouse said as well, exactly. Or build a Miro board. That's a very good idea, actually, Real Jenny. I'll probably expand on my one once I learn a bit more about it all, and then just kind of work out exactly how it all works, and then probably do a video on it or something. Do I think there'll be a market for BFA materials when Shadowlands hit? Maybe not exactly when it hits, but I think if you do have a stock of stuff, you may see that because it's no longer being farmed so intensively, you may find that those prices rise. So there may be some leeway there. It depends on your storage space more than anything else. Soon we'll need a spreadsheet for the spreadsheets. That could work. If only someone has a good spreadsheet. I wonder. I'm sure we can come up with something collectively. You made a killing on healing potions and bandages pre-BFA, as people needed them for leveling. Considering heirlooms won't grant XP in Shadowlands, I think enchants people used to buy for them will drop in price. I wonder, I'd like to test that out to see, especially because there's a level squish as well, how important are the old enchants going to be for your heirlooms? Will people still use heirlooms now that the XP is no longer on that? I talk about the XP going further down on the blog, but once I get that to that, we can talk to it. If Roseate pigment is the ink vendor currency for BFA, do you think ultramarine pigment might be the next ink vendor currency? Is ultramarine, that's the more common of the three, isn't it? So if that's the way with roseate pigment, then I see your wave, Ginny. I best actually just make sure that I'm not, there we go, not gone AFK, there we go. Sloot will make the spreadsheet. Oh, okay. I'll have a look for that one, certainly. I love a spreadsheet, it'll be in my element. I certainly will be, Lizelle. I've just got to get my head around it and understand it first. Once I've done that, then it'll come through. Will not be needing the XP gear for the faster leveling. Yes, that's my thoughts on it, certainly, Jack. But will people still use heirlooms because they should effectively still scale, and you'll be able to put enchants on them and not have to bother with it? So that's still an attractive use case for them, really. Osmodian, good evening to you. Is he really? I've not really seen Sloot stream, so I don't know his background. But that's lovely to hear, definitely. Yeah, I think and hope that old enchants become more useful. I'm hoping so too, Jack. I think it'll be nice, certainly. So moving on with the Wowhead blog. Now, obviously, if you're familiar with my stream and me going through TSM 4.10, you'll have seen a lot of these updates. But Gumdrops did a really nice post just going through the sort of design philosophy and the improvements that are coming through with 4.10. So I did a little summary here with the sign up page available for those. And things we've seen already, the TSM graph and things like that. So I thought I'd put that one in there for those that haven't been following on with the streamers that do have alpha. But it's quite a nice little summary there. So I added that one into the blog. And then, yes, this is the next thing we were talking about just now, the heirlooms, and also confirmation that archaeology is no longer not planned to be updated in Shadowlands, which I thought was quite interesting. It's a shame in a way, because archaeology hasn't really had a lot of love since really sort of Cataclysm days, really. He casted the MDIs, mainly focused on the tanks, but he has tried all the classes and specs during the Shadowlands Alpha. Oh, really? Okay, so very knowledgeable. I did see him on one of the MDIs, I think, with Jack. Point to My Gold posted on Twitter, Alchemy have 2 daily cooldowns to choose from for making the columns. Good for you. You're planning to have 50 120s before Shadowlands and set them all up for daily crafting. Didn't he also say that they are also bind on pickup, so I don't think you can sell them? If you check for his, he did a follow-up tweet, Drizzling Rose. I think it may not help. Yeah. But obviously there's a lot of stuff coming out. It's still early days. It's still just about to go into beta, so we never know. Hekios, good evening to you. Archaeology's been dead for 10 years now. Well, it's about time we dug it back up again and dusted it off and had a look at it, because I think there's some really nice things that you could do with archaeology. I've never done it myself, so that goes to show, just like, of all the professions, it's the one that's least appealed to me, simply because I just haven't had the need for it, certainly. If the actual was useful and sellable, then it will become more interesting. Now it's just 95% lore thing. Exactly. If there was more stuff like the Vala of the Sands, more special weapons or mounts that you could get, I think it's definitely worth it. If you are a collector and it's not dead, you have many toys and pets from it. Oh, excellent game, Keka. I'm glad it's got some more uses other than the use archaeology on archaeology. Yeah, something like that. I think that should work. Yeah. You level alt solely through archaeology. XP used to be pretty good. Might still be. Plus Vala of the Sands, Crawling Claw, etc. Yeah, I'd love to get Vala of the Sands myself and go through archaeology to get that. So it would be nice to see it get at least some love. Maybe, I mean, obviously, maybe there's a reasoning that it's not going to be used in Shadowlands because it's a completely different world. But I think there's opportunities there for just digging up old lore items and things like that. Yeah, I didn't know it gave you XP as well. Time for a Vala of the Sands recipe farming stream. I wonder what my luck would be on that one. Hopefully it's pretty good, because I know it can take a while, certainly. I remember back in the day, Shin used to do it, Shin's Tales of Gold. He was going for the Vala of the Sands for so long, and he eventually got it. It was amazing. Plus, archaeology keystones sell well for MOP. I haven't heard of the keystones. How do they work? RNG's not with you today, Computer Guru. 15,000 kills with no June Scavenger between last night and this morning. Need to replenish your stock. Wow, that is a lot of kills. Hopefully the luck will be with you soon. He went nuts. He did indeed. Use it for leveling is a great way to burn through rested XP on alts. Interesting. Some got to 10k kills and still no June Scavenger. Perfect late night gold maker. He was. It kind of like it fitted with that sort of time zone, certainly. Dirk got his after 18 hours or so. If I do it, I don't think I've got the youth for a 24-hour stream these days. Appealing as it might be, certainly. You can get super lucky too, though. You got it in your very first jar. Excellent, Netherwings. That's the kind of luck I like to hear, certainly. Giro TV, been following me for a while. 80k from your Longboy. That's so close. Thanks to your streaming videos, you learned a lot. Oh, that's lovely to hear, Dira. I hope I hope first you get to your Longboy very soon, and secondly, I hope you enjoy it. If you do want to pop onto my Discord, I've got a Brutosaur Buddies channel for those that want to sort of post a screenshot of it and then tell us what name you're going to give your Brutosaur as well. That's on my Discord, if you're not in there. And when you dig up archaeology sites, you get fragments, bind on pickup currency type of thing, and then keystones, which can be traded or auctioned. Each keystone helps complete an archaeology project, and you put 1 to 3 keystones into most projects. So people power leveling archaeology to get Vala of the Sands will buy keystones. Ah, I see. So those will definitely be useful, certainly. Have I ever bought any unclaimed black market auction house containers? I don't know if you're brave enough for the risk versus reward. I have no idea how the black market actually works. I think I tried making a bid for something. I got no idea what happened after that. It's kind of it's all a mystery to me at the moment. I'd like to maybe just have a look at it and see if there's anything worth buying, especially with the fact that servers are going to be merging. I'm not sure whether Shadowsong will be one of those ones. Hopefully not, but you never know. I'm allowed to post now. Okay, Real Jenny. I'll make sure I do that once I've done the blog. Do it only if you'll not miss that gold. It's like Card of Omens, but worse. Oh, right, okay. It's just, does it just basically depend on what it is? It's kind of very random. Yeah, I think so, Ice Dragon. My only thought on Shadowsong would be that if there is a lower population server that might merge with Shadowsong, I know Shadowsong's already twinned with Azuna, so maybe they'll bring a third lower population one in and maybe push it up a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. Hibs, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, it's random, but with hundreds of thousands of gold. I know people like Hikons does a lot of black market auction house stuff, so I think if you've got the gold to burn, it's definitely worth sort of having a look at it, certainly. Right, let me just go through the blog so I can go on and post my auctions on. Is that Ulin Majir? Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You're on Draenor, so no worries there. Yeah, I don't think you could get any fuller on Draenor, could you? So the next thing is Kraken Latte is doing some lovely videos on raw gold farming, and this one was quite a nice one I thought to include because it's not necessarily current stuff. This is more Stonehide and Legion content. So if you're finding your raw gold farms around Battle for Azeroth a little bit sort of competitive, this is always something else you can go and have a look at and do something. This is all doing the sort of like the Falcasaur farms and things like that. From a raw gold point of view, Kraken Latte did, I think she did it with a friend as well, and got, well, she said in the video about 18,000 gold per hour. Whether that works out exactly, I don't know, but I think probably more conservative, sort of like 8, 9, something like that, might be worth it. Because obviously she was doing it with a second person, and obviously you get more loot that way. So I would definitely check it out if you're still interested in it. I think it's mainly for vendoring things afterwards. I'm not sure exactly what she vendored at the end. Yeah, it's worth a try, certainly. And Damien Rath, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. You did the Stonehide one, 11k for an hour, great farm. Oh, there we go. Netherwings has got some confirmation on the numbers. I mean, I think that's fairly reasonable these days, isn't it? So what did you do at the end, Netherwings? What do you make and vendor? Do you make something in vendor, or do you sell something on the auction house? You just started playing again from the start. Where do you get the add-ons from? It used to be Curse. It still is Curse. A lot of people at the moment tend to use the Twitch. I use the Twitch desktop app to manage my add-ons. The problem you have with that is all that has been bought out by a new company, and I can't remember the name of it now. Dark Warrior or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but apparently it's not in the past. Overwolf, that's it. Dark Warrior Overwolf, something like that. But there are other ways of keeping on top of it. But yes, I mean the traditional method is to go to Curse and just download them from there. Yeah, there's lots of ads and things like that. Oh, so you make Warhide pants and vendor them. So 36 for a blue and 55 for epic. Thank you. Yeah, it's the pants with rank 3. Yeah, so it's the same kind of thing. Going out and farming a lot of the raw material, making it into something like the pants, and then vendoring it. So that's still decent. 11,000 gold. It all depends on the competition around on your server, certainly. You did the farm too. If leather is 3 gold or more, put it on the auction house. Otherwise, make the Legion leatherworking pants and bender around 8 to 11k per hour for your server. I think that's pretty reasonable, definitely. Yeah, so 10k an hour is nice. I think that's worth certainly looking at, certainly. Yeah, if you play 8 hours, it's 80k. And Stonehide will get crazy expensive now, thanks to Kraken. Yes, exactly. This is always the way whenever you are a content creator and you release something, you are sometimes the victim of your own success. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I would rather share the knowledge and have other people sort of have a look, and certainly. Azuna is packed on Frostmont, is it? Oh, you got a silence proclamator. Excellent. Congratulations. Get making your alchemy potions. If it isn't sold, it isn't gold. Very true, Jack. And you hit 18,000 an hour, but it's tiring. Wow, that is a decent amount per hour. Yeah, I would agree with you, Mushy. I don't have the mental headspace for it, certainly. I much prefer professions. That's my thing, certainly. I couldn't farm the same thing repeatedly. 5 million times 80,000 in 62 days. That's actually doable, isn't it, Dado? You'd burn out, but it's doable. I mean, 8 hours a day for 62 days. That's a lot. I would rather spend that time learning professions, something like that, I think. Yeah, you'll just dream leathers. The last thing on the Wowhead blog is going to be a nice gold making guide for beginners and average gold makers by Blilazon, who basically just went through and did a sort of brain dump of it was a bit of a wall of text, so I've kind of formatted it a little bit more sort of readable in the snippets that I have put here. So it split it into 3 different sections. There was obtaining your starting capital, which was things like we've just been talking about at the moment with the raw gold farms and a lot of herb and ore farming, which is what they suggest. And then volatiles, primals, eternals and things like that. So anything to get your starting capital going. Then moving in to crafting professions and going through all the different professions and just sort of saying how they rate and all the various aspects of them, which is a really nice summary there, going through all the professions. And then coming in with the last section, which was tips for gold making, talking about sitting at the auction house, and then not expecting the same outcome as the YouTube videos and things like that. Elite Flip, thank you very much for the follow. You did some math on the WOD mats this week. Any WOD crafting mat, if you trade it with the Reader to Primal Spirits and then Savage Blood, the break-even point is 40 silver per item. So herbs, Dranic Dust and ore. So if you see some on the auction house for less than 40 silver each, it's an easy vendor flip. Just need the right trader to rotate in. That's interesting, Dressing Rose. So you could quite easily make a shopping operation based exactly off those numbers. So 40 silver is your price point, and then make a group with all of those different things in, and literally just buy those on one character, collect them up, and then go through that way. You'd settle on 30k a day so you don't burn out. I think that's a pretty nice figure to aim for, certainly. And just do your garrison, exactly. Chavdar, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Thank you, Dado. Wow, that hour's gone past very quickly. Let's scroll through the rest of this gold making tips, and then we can go through and open our mail and do the other bits and pieces. You actually don't know how to set up my garrison. Well, you've come to the right place, Ice Dragon. Drizzling Rose has the perfect Maro board for you, which she's going to post in about 3 seconds, and then that is going to give you a nice list of what you need to do in order to get your garrison set up. If you want to start now with 0 gold, you might as well just make the gold, so you can buy it from the black market auction house. There we go. Fantastic, Drizzling Rose, thank you. Almost ready. Too slow. You just pulled a boss in time walking. Excellent, Mushy. Good luck. Hope it goes well. What am I doing at the moment, Chavdar? We are just currently going through the Wowhead economy blog, which I wrote earlier this week, going through all the different bits and pieces. The link to this is Wowhead, and you can go and have a look at it there. Veteran Forces Gaming, thank you so much for the sub. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Have a whole load of emotes for you to use. Thank you so much for your support. That's really kind of you. There we go. So we're basically just going through the last one, talking about gold making tips, which was down here, sort of about talking about sitting at the auction house all day. Don't expect the same outcome as YouTube videos say you'll get. Expanding your markets, further expand your gold empire. So it's all pretty solid advice here. Going through professions, going through sort of expanding your markets, learning as you go. It's all the kind of like the standard stuff I would always recommend people. So if you are thinking of branching out your gold making, I thought that would be a really nice recent article to have a look at. I should basically stealing my knowledge in gold making. That's fair enough, veteran. That's what we're here for, sharing the knowledge. So it's lovely to have you here. And Gwilyn, good evening to you. How's your weekend been? Hope it's been good. We're just finishing off the Wowhead blog. I think that's pretty much everything. So if you do have any comments or thoughts on the Wowhead blog, please do let me know and put it in the comments here, or come over into the Twitch stream itself, and you can always post some questions, and we will answer them as best we can here. We've been just selling Ghost Iron and made about 600k in the past month. That's very solid. So how are you getting your Ghost Iron digital outburst? Are you farming all up your Ghost Iron ore, or are you buying it and flipping it? The other thing you can do with the Ghost Iron is obviously convert it into something like living steel eventually. Shattered Memories. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? Grey or green? If you don't have me, please don't be mean. I like that, Dark Queen. You caught the Spirit of Harmony on the auction house. Okay, that's good, because Spirit of Harmony at the moment can be very cheap. 39 gold, and you bought like... oh wow, Veteran coming in with 5 gifted subs. That's incredibly kind of you, thank you. If you are one of the lucky people who has just got a sub from Veteran, please do put emotes in the chat. Thank you so much. That's so incredibly supportive of you, Veteran. Thank you very much. Have a whole load of emotes for you and everyone who got a sub there. I get mentioned every other week. Let it die down for a couple of months. Okay, Atheos. I won't be mentioning it myself at this point, so hopefully it will get a resurgence later. Pretty much great, came back to the game, though the states of it is actually weird for gold making, but you've been doing great with alchemy. I don't know which else professions to expand into. Any advices? It's probably a bit late to be doing the enchanting side of things, but you could get yourself set up for Shadowlands. You may, depending on your server, might be able to help with sort of like, say, blacksmithing or leatherworking or tailoring with the uncanny gear. Obviously, bags are quite good still, so there could be a few different options there, certainly. You got a chef's hat, fantastic, Hekios. You now have one to use as much as you like. Is it just me who's crafting embroidered deep sea bags to make some gold? I am, certainly. Find them quite profitable, each bag crafted, and that's around 1,500 to 2,000 gold in profit. That's a decent amount, I reckon. If you often do mythics, then it's definitely worth it. It depends on how you price your tidal core. Or is it a tidal core or hydro core? I can't remember which one. I have mine priced at a manual price of about 1,000 gold, which reflects the amount of time I do that. Oh, that reminds me, actually, I haven't opened my mythic chest from our plus 10 we did on Tuesday. I'll have to go and do that one. Alchemy with inscription is another good one, actually. Thank you, Aurora, for that suggestion. Is it your mats that I want to get my hands on? We move over your guild bank late Tuesday. Not right. Oh right, is it really, Silent Mouse? I shall have to have a look. Let me finish up this blog, and so we're pretty much done there. So if you do have any comments or questions, please do come over into the stream itself, and we can answer any questions you might have. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to go through my mailbox opening, which has been fairly lackluster at the moment because I wasn't on since Tuesday. So, oh yes, golden pearls as well. Thank you, Mushy. You doubt you'll make 3.2 million more than you need before the auction house mount is gone, but at least you can make gold, so you can get things as you need within reason. Exactly, veteran. And the good thing is you can actually you can still get the Brutosaur eventually. It'll just be in the black market auction house, and who knows what the price will be then. Is it still good to do professions with a fresh 120? I would say so. Because I started recently with blacksmithing, and I've still got dual crafting to do as well. Wish you could trade tidal cores. You have a duo gathering druid who's over 150 of them. Wow. Would you consider dropping one of the gathering professions just to get the tailoring for a little bit? I know it's kind of, you'd lose a lot of the rank 3s, so it is a bit tricky. Blacksmithing is something you try and get into, but I don't know if it'd be worth it now, since it feels like less people would be farming mats and the price has dropped now. If anyone's experienced in blacksmithing, please let me know. I get some good sales, mainly with the blacksmithing uncanny weapons on my server. Are they going to put it directly at 5 million or less because they know that it will go? I don't know, Game Cat Cat. It'll be going to be interesting, certainly. Haughty Chicken, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Right, whilst I'm saying hello to everyone, I'm going to get going on my posting of my auctions. Otherwise, I won't sell anything this week, and I've already missed out on practically a week's worth of sales because I haven't posted since Tuesday. So we're actually not too bad. We're on a 33,000. Considering I haven't posted since Tuesday. We've got some food, we've got some Tome of Illusions, some Biltong Mondazi, some enchants in there, deep sea bags of 404, hexweave bags of 443. So they've equaled out in price now. Interesting. Same here for you, in other wings, uncanny weapons. And I've not even got many of those at rank 3 as well. And then we've also got some, what else have we got? Some uncanny satin cloak, mittens, braces, boots, pants, a belt, cloak and braces again. All at some reasonable prices. There's a 4,000 there, 1,900. Some enchant weapons and some more deep sea bags. So that's pretty decent. You used them in the past to tease Drizzling Rose. Used to do dungeons with her some months ago. Oh, right. It's 5 AM and don't quite make it to bed yet. Wow, that is really late, Haughty Chicken, or really early, whichever way round you want to think of it. But it's lovely to have you here. What happens when you send a mission table for XP and the follower is already 100? I don't think they get anything extra for it, Hekios. I think the XP is lost. Terrelius, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Golden Pearl, yes, thank you. We'll have a look at that, actually. I'll do that now, once I've opened up my mail. How are we doing for gold at the moment? We should be... I'm not sure where I was at the moment. Hold on, let's have a look. Let's close that down. 273,000, so that's actually quite okay at the moment, considering I bought a token the other week. Let me do a search whilst you've reminded me for Golden Pearl. Do I have a recent search on it? No, we'll do a regular one. Golden Pearl. How's the price of Golden Pearls? Oh, look at that. There's 4 for 195 gold. That's much more reasonable than 493,000. So I'm going to buy those 4 whilst we're here. Do I have to buy them individually? No, I don't. Let me click on that. Buy 3. There we go. At least I can make my Mooncloth robes again. Fantastic. Is a thought for TSM where in the auction house to put back or a home button instead of that tiny arrow. Just find out what it was. I was closing and reopening TSM. Where is that in? When you're doing your browse for things, like here on TSM 4.10, the back button is quite large here on the left. I can't remember what it looked like in Abyssal Fried Result, just sold for 6 gold. It's fairly decent size here at the moment now. The current TSM button is just a little arrow, is it? Okay, so this definitely looks better then. I'd go for that one. Yeah, I'd have to swap over. It's amazing how quickly I've gotten used to 4.10. Jibs, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. So yes, that definitely looks better. Let me just actually look shopping scan wise on the mats. How is Tide Spray looking these days? Oh, it's gone right down. Look at that, 2 gold, 8 silver for Tide Spray linen. That is actually getting close to the threshold of turning into pants. So I'm going to buy those anyway. I've got absolutely loads on me, 14, 20 odd thousand of it. So I'm going to buy that lot anyway. I'm going to buy everything. I'm going to buy up to 209 as well. I'm going to buy both of those. Did I win it? Yes, I did. I didn't get the... got the ANMR down. Excellent. Congratulations, Doc Otter. Any info when the new TSM version will be released? I don't know, Ice Dragon. All I know from Gumdrops is it's soon TM, which we don't know really. I imagine they might wait for Shadowlands beta to come out, and then maybe they can do a few fixes to prepare TSM for Shadowlands, and then they might do it maybe. Anything below 2 gold is definitely worth buying, certainly. Still working from home? Yes, I am, Tepios. I'm working at least for the next month, certainly. So I'll be definitely from home until then. When's the threshold? Haven't been able to find it. I think, yes, I mean, I think the exact one, if your prices are just right, is 2 gold and 8 silver. But you really are sort of scraping the bottom end there. I think it would be better to go under 2 gold just to be safe, certainly. You had a question regarding BFA follower equipment for extra mats from the mission table. You sniped quite a few for a low price. Does doubling up follower equipment increase proc rate, or should it be 1 per follower? I've never used the follower equipment, so I couldn't tell you. If anyone does know in the chat, please just shout out. How many professions do you have at max level besides archaeology, mining, herbing, skinning and fishing? That's an interesting straw poll, Jack. Why specifically those? Besides archaeology, mining, skinning and fishing. So all minus the gathering ones. So how many have we got? I don't have engineering and I don't have jewel crafting. Although technically, oh no, at max level. I don't have them at max level. So I would say 6. I'm going to vote for 6. There's a lot that's at all of them though. Very nice. Interesting straw poll. Typing is 2 gold in your server on NA, not that much quantity. Okay, so that's the threshold, because basically someone is looking to buy it below that price. That's why there will always be a floor on Tide Spray at around this price. But that's going to be interesting. I wonder how enchants are doing as a result of this. Whilst I'm here, let's just pick up my purchases. More Tide Spray is going to fill my bags up even more. Now, normally I don't have a place to put this, but because I've made my new guild, Samadan Plays WoW, we should actually have a fresh guild bank to be able to put some of this stuff in. Let's have a look. We don't have any slots, so let's start with a slot. There we go. And then let's buy another one, because we're going to need that. And let's buy another one, because we're going to need that. Let's buy another one, because we're going to need that. And then let's go all in and buy all the tabs, because I will be using up all these tabs most likely. So basically, let's start with /TSM put Tide. Let's start putting the Tide Spray in here. The one Zen, thank you so much for the follow. So the threshold is about 2 gold, 8 silver roughly. 1 gold 80 to be safe, really. Next I'll need next 2 I'll need guild rep. I'm fine with this number of tabs. This number of tabs, it will 6 tabs will do me for now, and then guild rep beyond that should be fine. We've got a load of nylon thread here that I'll probably just keep hold of for the moment. I could put it into my main bank. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Yeah, we've got a lot of Tide Spray here as well. slash TSM, put nylon. Let's just put some of the nylon thread in there for the moment. US man G88, thank you so much for the follow. And yes, you need to be exalted really to get the best out of your nylon thread price, certainly. And hi Brian, thank you very much for the stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I was going to say follow there, but I meant to say thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Good evening to you. Right, let's have a look. So I've got everything here. Let's look at my auction house. I posted everything. I bet you there's a load I need to restock on here. So let me just check my auctions. Got a couple of sales there for 100 and 308. And then let's go through. If we're going to restock, crafting wise, TSM groups. Let's just make sure everything's selected. Restock selected groups. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Mooncloth robe, azure silk pants, and one of these cloak things might be difficult to get if I don't have enough blood of Sargeras. Let me have a look. So I do need wildflower, mysterious essence. A lot of this stuff is from the auction house, although in theory, Source 8, Alt Guild Bank is what I want to put in here. Actually, let's remove that one, Guild Bank, and then let's look at Alt Guild Bank here, and then Vendor, Craft, Profitable. Can I move these around actually? No, I can't. That would be useful to move around the priority. That's something I need to remember to suggest. Move sources. If we can click and drag those sources, that would be really useful. I think so. Tegnara, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Already feel you've been up to wince 5 AM. Either exalted or a goblin. Yeah, being a goblin definitely helps. Alright, so what am I missing here? Auction house. We want auction house. Auction house and crafting. Alts, definitely. Let's try alts at this point. Auction house, crafting, and let's go. Oh no, we need craft profitable. Let's change that. Craft profitable, and then that one to craft unprofitable. And then finally, auction house disenchanting. Right, that's the list we want. Let's just have a look. Do I need to reload that maybe? Let's reload just in case that changes anything. Because we might have to get some stuff from alternate banks or something like that. Then better than the pull down menus. I think so. I think if you could drag and move those around, that would be a lot more useful, certainly. Because you can do it with operations. If you go into your, say, your group, and you've got say an operation here, sell Eternals, and then you add another operation in, like sell Elemental Force, then you can click that and drag that over here and swap them around, like Eternals and Elemental Force. It's really handy. They could do the same thing, the same treatment to those sources, and just drag them around. So I'll suggest that one. When do you think you'll stop making profession gear before the next expansion comes and the current profession stuff becomes worthless? I'm going to go right up to the end because I think there'll be a little bit of an overlap, and so I will just keep on making stock until it sells, and then I'll probably start adjusting my crafting operations to not restock on them after that. Learn TSM for they bring back custom strings, restock quantity and minimum profit. Is it possible to set the restock to the day per day stats, like 50% DV on average daily sold? Yes, you can, Mikazu. You'll be able to use something like that. You can use region average sold or something like that, I think. What's this stats? Let me have a look. It's the, yeah, you've got the region average daily sold figure. I think you can make use of. If I do TSM sources, nope, slash TSM sources, there we go. Then we've got here DB region sold per day is the figure here you're looking at. Certainly not, Jack. We are very inclusive here. We accept both Alliance and Horde. Although if you do spell Horde H-O-A-R-D, then that obviously has more relevance, as we're all Hoarders here as a gold maker. Can you provide a generic auctioning operation to use for everything for a beginner, starting with TSM? Spinneroonie, I wouldn't necessarily use a generic one, but although the ones I use are very simple anyway. I will use either DB market or DB region market average, because those are kind of like the averages for my own server and the averages for the region, and those do me for pretty much 99% of my sort of TSM operations. The only reason I would do something differently would be my auction house quantities is the other things. For the Horde. TSM without changes has a default. Yes, this one has a default. It's called a base group now, but it does kind of like a similar thing. So I don't ever write an operation to compare the two. I don't usually know. Oh look, I sold a white swashbuckler shirt for 33 gold. / cast slowfall. I tend to just build mine up as I go, basically. How do I prepare for the new expansion regarding groups and operations? Have your setup at the moment, but don't know how to prepare for Shadowlands. Now, what I would do is I probably wouldn't make a lot of... I mean, you can start using Wowhead to look at the item IDs for things, but because they're not in the game, TSM isn't likely to have them. So I would be building them as I go, as I learn my my professions. So it would be a case of everything currently is separated by expansion, and then I would then make a new expansion group and then start adding things into there as I learn and progress through, and then use a lot of my standard operations on those. So in terms of preparing ahead, I probably have an idea of things that I will want to look at, but other than that, no, I'll literally just go as I go, basically. Beginning of a new expansion, farming is king. I think you could make some very easy gold that way, certainly. So it does this. Yes, this now says Alt Guild Bank on all of these on my reload, which is what I wanted here. I need to pick all of these up. So let's open the task list. Let's see. I've never done this actually. So let's have a look at see what happens on this route with the task list. So we'll do our daily cooldowns first. And then we'll have a look gathering wise. So some stuff buy from the auction house, switch to different people to get those. Let's have a look. So we can switch to any of these. Let's switch to Earthen. And we'll jump over to Earthen. We'll have a look. You'd rather sit at the auction house, buy the mats, craft and sell. Yes, that's usually like a lot of people consider that phase 2, don't they? I mean, I'm not sure my strategy is going to be. My initial strategy is going to be play as much as possible and make as much gold as I can see with the various markets. I love the start of an expansion. I really enjoyed it with BFA, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how it progresses this time round. Right, no, we want, what do we want to do? Go over here, buy from vendor, buy from auction house. So what do we need to do here? Open these up, cooldowns we don't need, expirations we don't need, gathering, get from guild bank. Okay, so we need all of this. Rubbery flank, bolt of linen cloth, bolt of silk cloth. I'm going to have to take a lot of this stuff out and pass it on to Samadan anyway. But it'd be interesting to just have a look at this, see how it works. That's interesting. That then refreshed itself and came out longer. HTP Hut, thank you very much for the follow. Isn't it more efficient for you if I stock the netherweave cloth instead of the bags? It certainly is, Lamecho. All of these were bought out to reset the market. because I bought them out for less than 10 gold. My average buy price is 9 gold 48. Current value price is now 13 gold, but I was selling them for a bit more, up at 37 gold for a little while. So this is just excess that I bought. I need to send this lot over to Samadan and put that in my fresh new guild bank. Dead Greed, thank you very much for the follow. Right, so let's assume that we collected everything off of there. Then I will assume that we need to mail it to Samadan. Let's have a look. Buy from vendor, buy from auction house, tailor and crust. We don't have a mail, excuse me, a mail to Samadan. Let's have a look, see what it does. We'll go here, and then we'll go, we don't have buy from vendor, buy from auction house, expirations, cooldowns. I don't see a mail the items over to Samadan. Interesting. Get from guild bank is now not open. Let's try a /reload. Let's just see if that updates itself. It looks suspiciously like it's got stuck. I think so, the real Ginny. The fact that it went through that list and then it refreshed at the bottom definitely looks like a problem there. Let's have a look and have a look here. So now we've got get from guild bank not open again. So let's go over there. Let's just check that. Try that again. This is a good test. I haven't used this this part moving between guild banks before. So let's go move from guild bank. I can hear stuff going. Shard crystal. Right, okay, so that's done. Then I'm going to assume we need to then mail it over. So let's go have a look. Wickhawk, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So let's go over this way, and now do we have a mail items? We don't see one here. Gathering, buy from vendor, buy from auction, enchanting items, mooncloth. No, there isn't a send something over to the character. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. Did we pick up the things we needed? Do I even see them here? I can't even remember the things I was going to pick up. I don't see anything here that was needed, actually. Lose your train of thought. What was I doing on my main? Yeah, that's the main problem I've got here. Rubbery flank was one of the ones. We got some there. The linen cloth was this lot here, but we don't have a mailing, so let's just do this manually. Send that to Samadan. So what to do that? Silk cloth, bolted linen cloth, rubbery flank. I think the best option here, shard crystals we need to take, abyss crystals we need to take, and there's more there. Cosmic essence will do those as well. It looks like we've got 2 lots of those as well, so let's just send those over. Okay, that's interesting. There is normally, you use it all the time, do you, the real Jenny? Okay, so maybe it's a 4.10 thing that I've got wrong here, certainly. Natty, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed your character render. Let's see if I can find that. Hold on. Where's Natty's character render? Characters. Let's have a look. There, your Nightborn Mage. That was it. We'll show it off. This is going to be in my next video. I needed some characters at various states of nice transmog. So Natty very kindly provided this one. If I can put this on autoplay? No, auto repeat. There we go. Then you can get the loop going through on that one. Hold on, let's make this full screen. And you can see it in all its glory. I think they came out really well. I think what with the other ones we had Cat's Goblin Row. We have a sneak peek as well. What was the other one? Where's my other ones? Cat's Goblin Rogue, which I thought looked really nice and fierce for a. Oops, we've got other ones coming in here now. Hold on, I've got autoplay on. It's going through all of them. Hold on. There we go. Turn that off to on repeat. I can do the note with Goblin Rogue again. There we go. That was the one I was trying to look at. There. Oh, Tegnaro gifting us up to Series 2. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. And Hillian, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, whole load of emotes. Thank you, Tegnaro, for gifting the sub. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. That's amazing. But yeah, that's going to be the kind of stuff that I'm going to be putting in my next video. So I hope I can share that with you as soon as possible. I just need to go through and finish editing the audio and sorting out all of the graphics after that. Always win lotteries except in real life. I do still need a Worgen Hunter. I have one now, thank you, Sirius. The Worgen Hunter I have was this one, which I thought came out really nicely from a nice holding the gun point of view. But thank you. I can hear lots of screaming outside. Got no idea what that is. Sounds like children. What else did I miss here? Let me just scroll up and see. Just discovering how hard it is to stream. Play, don't get killed, help your game team, keep the conversation, and keep an eye on chat. I manage about maybe one of those, Limacho. That's about as far as I get. Boy, we've been struggling with audio issues yourself. It can be tricky, certainly. Could try buying mats from the list from the auction house on an alt and see if the mailing option comes up. I could try that. I'm going to go over. I'm going to switch to Samadan here and just have a look and see if everything comes back through. It is a pretty major overhaul, TSM 4.10, so I'm not surprised. The task list hasn't been worked on yet, so it could be the fact that that hasn't been worked on yet that it could be causing some extra bugs. I know they'll come back to that. I'd like to see the task list less see-through. If it can be a bit more solid in look, that would be quite nice. Let's go through here and let's pick up the mail. So all mail without money. Let's click on that. And that should hopefully work that lot through. What else have we got on our gathering list? So Tailoring Crafts and Hexweave Cloth are now telling me to open them, but we have those already. So those are done, and it's re-sorted those out. Tailoring Crafts and Mooncrafts, buy from vendor. We can pick those up whilst we're here. And then some stuff buy from auction house. So let's buy those bits and pieces. Moist Fillet, Rubbery Flank, Dream Shard and Eternal Water. Now let me just have a look at those, see if there's anything that I'm missing there. So you're saying auction house for those. Don't have any in my inventory from the looks of those. Trader Joe's has got the fine thread. You can see there it says 111 in the guild vault. Mooncloth I need to make. Moist Fillet is... You're saying the auction house for that. So Alt Guild Bank is for the fine thread. We could possibly buy that up. Fine thread and coarse thread and blue dye seem to be the ones we're missing here as well at the moment. We'll have to have a look at that. So let's have a look. Let's just go back over here. I might have to do this. So fine thread, coarse thread, blue dye. In fact, what is probably more useful to me now at this point is to just go and take a whole load of stuff out and send it on over. GUI as an outside observer, mostly because of the UI. It could be a culmination of lots of minor updates, one of them breaking from previous functionality. I think so. That's why they changed the major number version. Yes, definitely. Our coffee, thank you very much for the follow. You're back to cancel scanning at 1.7 million gold and hoping to hit 2 million next week. Excellent, Hillian. I hope it works out for you. I hope the cancel scanning isn't too tricky, certainly. Crashview, did you just reload? Oh, right. The stream crash did it. It's still up for me as far as I know. Let's have a look. We're going to actually go and take my cloth here. How much bag space have I got? Right. Let's take... Now, what do we need? We need thread, anyway. So, coarse thread, fine thread. We'll take the Tide spray. We'll take the dyes. All of the dyes are definitely useful. Thick leather is also useful. Wool cloth. All of these are useful. Iron buckle is for some shoes. We'll need that. We'll need that. We'll need that. Light weave cloth. I barely use that. Fell cloth I definitely need. Frost weave cloth I need. Fell hide. I don't think I really use that. Tie spray linen net I'll take. And I'll take a load of these. I'll take some of these bags whilst I'm here and move this lot over. Basically, this is all my tailoring stuff. I might as well take it and send it on over. That'll be the easiest way. Take a load of this off, linen cloth. Let's take a little bit of each of these. So I have some stock, some spider silk and a few bags. So I'm clearing out and we'll work our way over. Okay, so that's a decent amount. Bag space wise, there's a load of stuff there. And we can send 12 items over in the mail at once. So we'll just do a group of this lot at a time. So we'll go here, we'll go to my groups. Oh no, we'll just go to send here. Let me move the bags over this side. I'll just minimize the task list there to give myself a bit more screen real estate. So we're going to do all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Send to Samadan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Samadan. And Samadan, send that lot. And then we'll also send over, can I send, just multiple click those, that should work. Send those, and one more for luck, as well as that, and the thick leather. Did I get the thick leather? There we go, thick leather as well. Tempest hide, burnished leather, all of that's fine. Tie spray net, and we'll do the bits and pieces there. Helmet and everything else is fine. Coarse leather barding is fine. Okay, we'll send all that lot over. That should keep me in stock for a little while. Padrasenko, thank you so much for the follow. What did I miss on chat? There's a load of stuff here. And Splat coming in with your Prime. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Have a whole load of emotes to use as you like. Thank you so much indeed for your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I missed a whole load of stuff on the chat there. What did I miss? Let me just scroll up. Stream is fine. Farming as Wolf sounds quite straightforward. Yeah, reloading fixed it. Twitch is strange. It is certainly. It's because people are one-shotting them, so you take your armour off and stuff and it's easier. You still one-shot the wolves, okay. I actually have to get red sickness to do it. Okay, that's quite extreme, definitely. Oh, the Shah of Dave resubbing for 2 months. So kind of you. Happy Sunday to you as well. Lovely to have you here. Let's have a whole of emotes for the Shah of Dave. Thank you so much. And coming in with 195 bits as well. Oh, that's doubly kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. How have you been? How's your weekend been? That's a whole load of emotes. I like those, Metcat. So we've sent all of that lot over. Let's go over to log out. Let's go on over. Procrastinating and workout again. We all do a bit of that. I wouldn't worry too much. Doc Otter. Oh, that's the new emotes of Dave's. Are they? Oh, right. Okay, fantastic. I like those. You got drugs for your foot. They're about to start working. Let's hope. I hope so, Shardave. That doesn't sound. That sounds painful, certainly. I like those. Those are nice. Quite close fix to the audio issues I were talking about a couple of days back. Ah, okay, fantastic. Let me go through and just open this lot up. So open all without money. This should fill my bags up quite a decent amount, certainly. Finally got a few button made emotes. I want to take a stab at what Gib or Git is. Gib is greater than Git. The only Git I can think of is Git repository. Is that the right kind of thing, or is it something different? Ah, gold in bags, gold in theory. Ah, gold in bags is greater than gold in theory. Right, that makes perfect sense. I like it. Right, let's go over to the guild bank, and we're going to put in a whole load of this stuff that we just picked up. Got loads of is it Kaidgi? Thank you very much for the follow. Right, what did I take out of my bags? Let's take this, 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 this. All the trade skill stuff that doesn't have a TSM group. This can all go in here. I'll sort this out later, Mushy, don't worry. This is just going in here at the moment. We'll do a nice sort of it later. Embroidered deep sea satin, we can pop that. Do I only take the gold from the mail once a week? Yes, I do, Rykin. At the moment, it kind of works for me. Light weave cloth. Let's take a whole load of these. Linen cloth. Fresh potato I'm going to keep. Linen cloth. Spider silk. I'm trying to remember all the things I carried on over there. Fireweed, I don't remember having that. That's a little odd. Right, that's a few things anyway. So how's my task list looking now? Okay, fair enough. I promise I'll sort it out. Okay, so we need to get some of the stuff from the guild bank now. Now that I've taken that, I'll take that. What was my reason for that? It tends to be just that we've got something to talk about on the Sunday stream, because I do the Wowhead blog at the same time, and so it's quite nice to be able to talk about what has been selling for me that week. So I'm quite happy to just do the wait at this stage and take it from there. But that's the only real reason, really. We tend to talk about it throughout the streams on Tuesday and Thursday anyway as well. So we've got a few more bits and pieces there. Is there a flip you should make, or what can you disenchant, or should you buy the uncanny pieces and make that? Which ones? Well, if you can get the uncanny pieces for less than the price of a veiled crystal, that's probably worth it. But if they're that cheap, that could be interesting. The main thing to look at would be the braces, I think, more than anything else. Let's have a look at this auction house whilst I'm doing this. Other than that, I'm not sure really. I'll just usually just keep hold of as much as I can. If you can get the raw materials cheap, then you can turn them into various different things, which is always useful. Gloom dust is here at 455, which is worth me buying here. Eternal water looks quite cheap at 30 gold. How much eternal water do I need, and what do I need it for? I need 4. So there's 191 here. Eternals. So Eternals you shouldn't... Is it Eternals you shouldn't buy for more than the price of a frozen orb, which is about 60 gold. So 30 gold seems quite decent. Let me just see what's using Eternals. Eternal water is being used by the Tome of Illusions Northrend. So I don't sell them that often, and I only need 4 at a time for those. So Eternal waters for me, if I need 4, I'm going to buy 40 to keep me in stock of those for the time being. I won't need to buy the full 191, I don't think. Yeah, the frozen orb is 60 gold, and I don't even have that reputation, so for me it's more like 75 gold. So that is definitely reasonable at that price. The gloom dust at 455, my mat cost is currently telling me it's 466, so it's actually cheaper for me to buy this gloom dust. I'm actually going to buy it all, because that is always useful. The moist fillet, the same. I use up that a fair amount, and 22 silver is quite cheap, so I'm going to take 22 silver, 23 silver. I'll take it at that price. And the rubbery flank is just over my average, so what I'll do with that is take it just the amount I need, which is 21, and I'll take those. There we go. I thought we were using Gib slang for give and Git for slang for get. Ah, I see. It's not the best, but if the price of storm silver ore is low, you can craft the plate braces to disenchant. They require no expulsion. Depends on the price of veiled crystals, of course. Ah, crumb cake, that's a good one. Thank you for sharing that one. Should buy cheap chaos orbs this week. Why the chaos orbs? What are they used for? Would be my first question. Let's have a look whilst I'm here. Chaos orb. So my thinking on this, okay, they're currently at 50 gold. My mat cost is telling me 30 gold, so they're already high. Okay. For Dreamcloth, right, okay. I need to ask that. I haven't done anything for Dreamcloth in a long while. In fact, it's probably since I last did my Miro board. Yeah, they are expensive on my server, so definitely at 50 gold. I won't be buying them on that one. Tailoring top hat, but you need to find the recipe of Kata Res. Yes, that's the hard part for it, isn't it? Certainly. Yeah. Okay, so Path of Exile PTSD kicked in. Did it really, Kojak? I've never played Path of Exile, even though I made some animations for it years ago. I never actually played it. Lieutenant Flunky, lovely to have you here. Oh, I missed that. There we go. There's your Prime, coming in for 9 months. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Flunky. 9 months, that's amazing. We have a stream baby. Thank you so much. I have a whole load of emotes. Oh, itchy nose. I think I'm about to sneeze. But thank you, Lieutenant Funky. That's so kind of you. Right, so I don't think I'll be buying any Chaos Orbs anytime soon at this point. Right, how are we doing? We've got most stuff. We needed the Dream Shard. How can I easily get Dream Shard? So what was the price of it? Let's have a look. Dream Shard, Dream Shard. So let's go through here and check the browse. Dream Shard, scan all. So Dream Shards are currently at 15 gold 64. My mat cost is 3 gold 68. So that's a lot less than the market average, a lot less. So in terms of getting a Dream Shard, you can also shopping mats, good stuff. So if I was to go back and have a look, now is it / disenchant Dream Shard? I think it's that search. Disenchant search. Invalid. Dream Shard / disenchant, I think it is. We've got the disenchant search there, but I want to do this specifically for this. /disenchant. So any of these should disenchant into a that says large prismatic shard. That doesn't say Dream Shard at all. So that might not be what I want here. Okay, then large prismatic shard. Yeah. So I don't think so. From that one. Bilo Plate, thank you so much for the follow. What were the Chaos Orbs? For Dreamcloth they were talking about earlier. Back for the last hour of the stream. Oh, excellent, Edwards. We're still doing crafting on Samadan here. Having a long time going through there. Try Dream / disenchant. We could try that. Let's give that a go. Dream / disenchant. See if we get anything there. No. That's invalid filter for that one. So it has to be Dream Shard itself. So it should in theory be looking for Dream Shards in here. So it's either the tooltip that's wrong. Because I saw, oh, there's the Dream Shard ones here. A very low chance of getting them. Dream Shards. We also got small Dream Shards. Probably be easiest for us to actually look for small Dream Shards if we were going to do this. Small Dream Shard, because those are currently 3 gold. So 3 of those make 1. So the price of that is 9 gold for those 3. If we bought those 3, that will give us 1 at 9 gold. So let's do that, buy those 3, and then we'll go back to the regular ones and we'll buy, how many did I need? I think I needed 4, didn't I? Dream Child, I need 5, so I've got enough for 1, so we might as well just buy these up here, and we'll take 4 at this point, and we'll buy those. There we go. So what is the disenchant search button doing? The actual disenchant search button is looking for anything that you can disenchant that is a higher value for the disenchanting mats. So it's more like a vendor flip kind of search, because you look at the disenchant value of things versus the actual price of the item. Some of this doesn't look like it's working quite well, because it says ethereal shards there are 43,000 golds, which is obviously way too high. So I wouldn't take that one. Alright, we have a genie here. Missed most of the streams. You're trying to install a new SSD. Not managed it, just waiting for your Windows boot disk to finish, then you'll try the old unplug other hard drives to get it to get Windows to see it. I hope so, Mitty, fingers crossed. Hopefully it works with your new SSD. I am Hipster Bear, love the name, thank you for the follow. Right, let's go have a look and pick these up. I was watching my how to pick up servers. I was lol because your 2 servers you play on are Lightbringer and Airypeak. Oh really, Dead Creed? Let me know, how do you find those servers? I haven't really had a chance to experience them properly yet. I'd love to know what you think of them both. I do have a character on both now, so it'll be interesting to at least have a look at them. Seems legit, thank you also for the follow. Dumb luck, yeah, it does seem to be. Quizlin, good evening to you. Coming by to say hi, have a good week. Oh, thank you so much. Haven't seen you in a while, lovely to have you here. You play on Lightbringer as well, do you, Veteran? Oh, it's lovely. All your tunes are on Lightbringer. Well, I'll enjoy. Other wee bags filled me up, that's what it was. I enjoy having a look and seeing what the markets are like once I get started on that. Oops. Catch what you missed on Restream tomorrow, no problem, Smitty. I will be uploading these. For those that don't know, I've got a second YouTube channel. Now I have got a command for it, if I can remember it. It's called Streams. There we go, there's my second YouTube channel. So instead of putting on the main Samadan Plays WoW channel, I'm now putting all my streams will go over here onto Samadan Streams. So if you haven't subscribed to that one, please go over there and subscribe to that one, because that's where you'll find all my streams where you can catch up on. Obviously you're here in Twitch, so you don't necessarily, but if you miss it, then you can always go back to those ones. AP is your main, is it? Ah, right. Alright, let's put across the netherweave bags that are filling up my slots here. Hexweave bags we've got, netherweave bags. Let's take at least 8 of these, or let's take all 16 over for the moment. That should keep me. Let's leave 4 because I might post those on. Well, no, I've got 1 too many there. There we go. Let's take 4. That should keep me in. Everything's a mess at the moment, so we'll need to just sort this out. Mooncloth we need to sort out. Dream Shard we still need 1 because we've got 3 small Dream Shards. Let's just have a look for those. There's that, and then combine those into 1 Dream Shard. That's that done. Mysterious Essences, we need enchanting for that. So what we're going to do is actually make the Mysterious Essence out of the Spirit Dust. So we'll need to make 6 of those. We'll craft those. And then we need to go and make our Mooncloth from our Fell Cloth, which means we need a Moon Well. So we're going to head over to Stormwind for that. So let's head over this way. And then we'll pop into here. So going over this way, Stormwind's probably the easiest way. You can stack 200 bars of iron, but you can't stack 1 bag. Wow, logic. I know, it's such a shame. The bags just take up so much space as a result. Right, so let's go over this way. It didn't finish the craft. I closed too quickly. What was that for, Dado? I haven't crafted anything yet. I should be going over here to do my mooncloth. Hold on, make sure I've got my fell cloth here. Yes, I have. Let me just check that everything we have. So mooncloth robe, mooncloth. We need 8 of the 2 fell cloth to make the 4, which we have. So we'll go over here. Let's go and fly. Oh, the mysterious essence. Oh, did it not? Okay, well we can come back to that one, Dado. That's not a problem. But thank you for your eagle eyes on that one. We just need to go over to this little tree over here in Elwyn Forest. Well, it's not in Elwyn Forest. It's actually in Duskwood. Sorry. If we head over here, we should be able to find it here in the Twilight Grove. It's not too far. You're having dinner. You're awake. Mysterious essence. Yeah, so I've got one more left here. You can see it here in the Enchanting Crafts. Right. Did I say thank you for the follow, Acorn King? If I did miss you, thank you for the follow. Lovely to have you here. If I do miss anything in chat, please do bear with me. Lots of stuff going on tonight. Right, the hole is about here. If I go through here, we should just see it through there. And then land in this little pool here so we can make ourselves some mooncloth. So we'll head on over. What do I need to do? Tailoring. Mooncloth 4. Create all. We'll let that go through. TSM we can move down here. So I can get myself a nice screenshot of Samadan making his enchanting face. Hold on, let's move that over this side. You can't quite see everything. Hold on, there we go. That's my channel icon, that's where it came from. Oh, we've lost our tailoring slot. There we go. Let's move that over. There we go. Mischief the Man, thank you so much for the follow. You spent some time to get a working UI for your healer priest. So how does it look, Dado? I mean, I had to wait like 4 days to be able to craft the mooncloth. Yeah, I remember Mr. DM saying that about mooncloth in Classic. Vanilla was tough. Very nice. Excuse me. Very nice, Darkwing. Tailoring, leatherworking, or blacksmithing to start now. I like tailoring, certainly. Thank you, Canby Summer. How are we doing? Have we crafted everything? Mooncloth, we needed to go here. Where's my task list gone? I need 2 more mooncloth. Let's create those whilst I'm here. There we go. Alright, we'll let this go through. Oh, tailoring have the added tie spray shuffle. They do. So obviously, if you have tailoring, enchanting, and leatherworking is quite easy to level up. So that would be the third one that's quite easy to add to the trio. But tailoring has a lot, especially the old expansion stuff. So I definitely recommend that. Right, we're doing well. We just need 1 more mysterious essence, which we can swap to enchanting here. Do 1 more mysterious essence. We don't have enough spirit dust to craft it. That's why that one didn't come through. We could do with having a look. So how much we got? We've got 294 in the guild vault. So we'd need to pick those up. We can probably do it the other way round by doing an ethereal shatter. The price of those isn't too bad. Wow, that's expensive, the ethereal shards. Do I need the ethereal shards in this? Ethereal shards are not being used. So we can probably get away with that at the moment, just for the sake of completion. We'll do an ethereal shatter from here. There we go. And then we've got enough to make everything at the moment. So let's start with all of this lot. Let's make them whilst we're here. If anyone else seems happy, which is good. Excellent. Good to hear, Edwards. Is leveling it fairly straightforward? I think so. If you use WoW Professions, that will get you a good amount of the way there, certainly. I don't know why, I never thought to ask, but what is my average cost to craft for enchanting scrolls using the shuffle? For me, it's, let's just go here and there, chef's hat, and make all of these. It depends on the enchants. You can see if I go over to enchanting, we'll have a look here in a moment. Parter, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. But as Mushy's got the spreadsheet there, that will give you the most up-to-date information. But my cost to craft on things like a Cord of Critical Strike, which is a typical one, crafting cost is 277, and currently min buyout is 494. That's what I have for my profit margins here at the moment. Mooncloth robe, here we go. This take a while to make. Now, hopefully, this is going to be a decent profit, potentially 6,000 profit. So that would be good if I sell one of those again. Haven't sold one. I don't sell them very often, but it's nice to sell them from time to time. Red linen shirt. We'll go through all of those, and then we might as well actually Hearthstone back, and we'll go from here. And then we will post everything on, and then we can check our mythic chest from the reset day. Have a look at that, see if we've got any good items in there. And then we need to go through all our other characters and relist and restock those. So it's been a busy night so far, what with the Wowhead blog and everything else at the same time. Let me just scroll out a little bit and let's have a look here. So let's post all of this lot on. Here we go. And then we'll go here, scroll out, pop that in. Auctioning, run a post scan. Johnny Bravo 99, thank you for the follow. So we'll go through here and just move this across a little bit so everyone can see it. There we go. Kaidar, good evening to you. We're just going through and restocking on Samadan at the moment, so we've got lots of interesting things going on here. Let's post all of this on. Netherweave bags at 13 gold. Hopefully we can get some sales with those. Get rid of my stock a little bit. That'll be nice. That's very nice, Limecho. I never actually see the numbers myself, but that's good to know. Obviously we have Wowhead in bed on a Sunday as well, but still, that's really nice. I'm really happy with that. Thank you all for your support. I really do appreciate it, especially during these turbulent times. It means the world to me having you all here. So your company is definitely appreciated. Let's go through here and open up our mythic chest. I've waited all since, well, I haven't actually played since Tuesday, so this is my first chance to actually have a look at it. Where are we at character-wise at the moment? Oops, no, wrong button. There we go. So we are looking at 452 at the moment. We could do with something... that's Culturian Crafting, the Mine Wraps. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. Let's open it up. Well, thank you, Tristan Rose. Okay, and we have a Mythic Keystone and wrist wraps of twinned morals. Let's have a look. That's a 20 corruption, a 465. So that's a little bit of an upgrade. What do we have? Avoidance increased by an amount equal to 16%. My versatility you gain from all sources by 12%. That seems better from the corruption point of view. And the stats, extra critical strike, I lose a bit of haste and mastery, but I gain versatility. More intellect and stamina is always good, and an extra 5 item levels. So I would say that's an upgrade. So I'll definitely put that one on. Mythic wrist wraps, on they go. Fantastic. So that gives me still a 452 item level. And then we got Titan Residium, and what did we get? Mythic Keystone. We got a Motherlode Mythic 9. Interesting. So Fortified, Bolstering, and Skittish. Maybe we can do that on Tuesday. So hats and thumbs if you can, else. Just some loves. Well, thank you, Darkwing. So that's pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Work in progress, but I think you almost got it done. Let's have a look. Let me just pop this through. Oh, right, okay. That looks very clean, Dado. So how do you do your healing with your groups? Do you use Voodoo, or do you use targeting or standard rage frames? Make your week. Well, that's so kind of you to say so, Lizelle. Thank you so much. Use grid 2. Ah, okay. Does that work like Voodoo and Healbot? Mouse over macros. Ah, okay. Right, I think we've got everything done with Samadan. So let's check the other characters out. Check their gold. But you haven't never healed so far. Okay. Right, so Awakening, let me think. I believe we have a Silas proc in action. So I'll have to do this quite quickly as I go through it. And then we'll have a look. See, I've made a little bit of golden alchemy. Let's see if we can top over 1 million gold again on all characters. We're just about 900 and something thousand. So it'll be nice to just push that over into the million mark again. Get everyone's gold reserves back up after buying a few tokens before. So yes, we do have 9 minutes left on the Silas proc. So let's go for the expires first. Clear that lot out. I might have to do this in 2 lots because I don't have a huge amount of bag space. I've got 11 fell slate anchors taking up some space there. I need to destroy those. It's the easiest way to get rid of those. Right, we're done with that lot. Let's go through, run a post scan. Go through this as quickly as possible. It's your first healer. Well, good luck, Dado. It looks pretty nice and clean already from the looks of things. So we're going to get everything on here. You know when it exactly starts. You have me drink waiting in chat for the moment it goes live. I'm glad that I'm regular, Edwards, if nothing else. There we go. I would like to add some more streams in if I can rearrange the schedule, do some more different things. Obviously it's a bit turbulent at the moment, but once things settle down, we'll have a look and we'll see there if we can do something. Right, there we go. So that's all posted on. Then we will check my auctions. Then we'll go over to check to relist and regroup. So we'll go here, Silas rank 3, restock. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff here. Do we need anything? We actually have everything. That's a good start. So let's go through and make those. Check, we've got the Silas proc. Now the timer, the time to craft, tells me 5 minutes 54 seconds. And we've got 8 minutes left on our Silas buff. Now I believe, I don't think they've updated it yet, but I believe that that timer doesn't include Cultiran crafting, because it's going down in 2-second chunks, you can see there. So we're definitely crafting faster than the timer. But it does mean that we know that we can make all of this stuff in time for the Silas proc. So this all seems good. Superior battle potion of strength, potion of unbridled fury. You fanatic. How are we doing for procs? Nothing huge at the moment. Four minutes 32 on the timer. Going down rapidly. I'm just using the wheel mouse macro when I don't really need to, because it does it automatically through all the different potions. I've got 80 abyssal healing potions to make, so that's definitely going to use up some of my stock. I wonder what Xenanthid price is at the moment. Haven't seen in a while. I imagine I'm using up a fair amount at the moment. 160 there, 31 there. That's not 31, that's 174 there. This late in the expansion, you haven't bothered leveling alchemy to get Silas. Sounds so frustrating to have to depend on procs. Do you think Blizz learned their lesson about it? I really hope so, Cryptaria, but the problem with alchemy in Shadowlands is they've gone the way of inscription, and you have to, with like inscription, you have to mill the herb before you get the thing to do the next thing. With alchemy, you're going to have to, I can't remember what it is you have to do, but it's the same process. I can't remember what they call it. No, the word escapes me at the moment, but you do have to do the same process in Shadowlands, so there's going to be a bit more of a time sink with No, it's not discovery, it's not oil, it's actually the ingredient you need to make it, extract. Something like that, yes, Aura Warrior's got it. So you're going to have to extract the things you need from the herbs. So you've got another... oh, there we go, 11 gold 50 for Zenithid. Thank you very much, Salamas. So it's like milling, but you've got to extract it with alchemy. So whilst they may have learned a lesson from BFA and not got something like the Silas Proc as far as we know at this point, they do have that extra time sink in there, which I was hoping they'd go the way of things like the cloth, which you don't have to make bolts anymore. You don't have to have that second step. Maybe to stop botting. It could be streams testing. It's a difficult one to know. But, I mean, I don't mind it too much. I mean, the way it works with Inscription at the moment, if you've got a lot of stuff to make, you just leave it going in the background and then go through after that. Sounds better than random procs, yeah. I mean, I would rather that, given the choice of the two, certainly. Yeah, I'm not sure what the intent is at this stage. I mean, I guess it lines it up the same as Inscription, so it's about the same. They could either go one way or the other, really. So 977,000 gold. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got 28,000 gold here in various potion sales. So that takes us to where are we at gold-wise? 178,000 here. I need to do my... oh, no, I won't reform that just yet. I'll go and do my herbs to anchors first. What server am I on? I am on Shadowsong EU. And then what I also want to do, /d junk, I want to add in destroyables. I want to bring in, let me see if I can, do I drag this just from my bags? I think it is. I'm going to destroy Fellslate Anchor into my destroyables, because those you could put on the auction house, but they very rarely sell, and the vendor doesn't want to buy them, so they fill up your bags really easily. So I think it's better to just automatically destroy them. So I'm going to use dejunk to do that. So hopefully if I go to a vendor, maybe that would work just as well. Let's get rid of the... now those could go into the... my auto, let's do that as well. /d junk. Let's also put general sell, include destroyables, destroy, auto destroy is what we want them. Turn that one on. I'm always a bit scared about auto destroying, but that's what I want to do here. And then general sell, auto sell, safe mode, poor quality items, and that should work fine. So we'll close that. Now when we open this up, there we go. There goes the Fellslate Anchor, which is what I wanted to happen there. And then I want to add in Anchor Maker, Drop Anchor Dunkel, and Anchor Drop, /d junk. So let's go into my cell inclusions here, and we're going to take these, and we're going to take Anchor Maker, and Drop Anchor Dunkel, and Anchor Drop. What else have you got here? Seamless Potion, Best Potion of Agility, all those are fine. We'll add those to the list, and we'll close that down, and then we're going to open that up. There we go. We can sell those as well for 120 gold, so that's pretty decent. Haven't got the Anchor Maker, and those haven't gone through in the auto sell. I wonder why not. Let's just check that again. I might have done something wrong. Dejunk. Cell inclusions. Those are included. Cell, auto sell. By type. Soulbound cosmetic recipes. So that's in the inclusion. Safe mode. Only sell up to 12 items at a time. Automatic sell junk below merchant window. That should work. Let me just try that as /reload. See if that works. There we go. And why don't you scrap and just hover the items on your bags that you want to mark as always vendor destroy. I don't use I haven't used that. This was the first one I looked up and found. There we go, that's what I wanted. So now they've all sold. anchor line, the Dunkel anchor maker for 37 gold. There we go. How do you know when your flavor items are worthless? People make and use add-ons to get rid of them. Exactly. that's the pure sign of it, certainly.
Come back with some better story.
Seeing that Silas went away was nerve-wracking. I know. Oh, there we go. We just sold some Unbridled Fury, so that's a good start. Let's have a look. We've opened that mail up. I think we should probably be fine for posting things on. Let's have a look. Auctioning, just in case there's any extra we've got here. A few things we're undercut on, so we'll just put those on. Again, Abyssal Healing Potion is looking at min price 24.13 is my min, so that's 5 gold profit per potion. Let's see if we can reform something. And we do get a Potion of Prosperity. The luck is with me. I've had a whole load of those recently, so I'm going to save that for next time I log on. So we'll add that buff in, and then we'll log out, and it'll be ready for me next time. There we go. So, moving on to Inscription. Good old Samadan. Safe mode only sells 12 items at a time. That's why it stopped, I think. It could have been that Hell Rider, but it didn't sell any of them. It just sold one of the items. So maybe it did the 12 of one item and then stopped. It could have been that. I could maybe just turn safe mode off, but it sounds like it would be better to keep that on for that exact reason. So let's go through all expired. We've got 5,000 gold in the mail. So we've sold some Highborn Compendiums. Again, I haven't been active on the auction house this week, so this explains why my sales are so relatively low, for me anyway, on my server. So that's all going through. Sounds like it's designed for the buyback option. Oh yes, is that limited only to 12 items? That would make perfect sense then, Real Ginny. Yes, I like that idea. Right, we'll run through all of this. Glyph of everything posted on. I should have some Highborn Compendiums to restock on if we went through that list the same. So if I go through here, yeah, we've got 1, 2, so we need a load of ultramarine ink for this. Gathering wise, we need some light parchment and 75 ultramarine ink. So let's go round and at least purchase some light parchment. Pop down here, go here, browse that. Let's use the standard interface and then I can get myself about some stacks. 500 should do me for the moment. And then we'll swap back to that one so I know that's all working. And then we're going to go and make some ultramarine pigment. Have I got the right crafting on? Golterian crafting I do, so that's good. And let's go to Inscription, ultramarine ink. And we'll use crafting, ultramarine ink. So we needed, how many do we need? 75 exactly. So we'll make 75 of those. 75 and craft that lot. Let that go through. Right, NLFTW and Baltic, thank you both for the follows. Lovely to have you both here. Do you think getting Vala the Sands recipe is a good way to help me get some gold for tokens? I think it's a fantastic idea. Look at the price on your server, see how much it's going to cost you. Obviously it depends on the luck you get in getting the Val, but because it's so hard to get, not many people do it. The only slight issue you have is the fact that because it's a mount and it's account bound, once that person's bought one, then they're unlikely to ever want to buy one again. So you do have a diminishing market, but it's still worth it. It's worth it certainly. Also the amount of time it takes, yeah, that is true. Finally started making gold with enchanting, but having a problem with mats, whatever. So what's the issue with mats, Sis? How is it working for you? Is it that you got too much Umbra shards? The Vile price has dropped hard, just 2 to 3k profit for you. Ouch, that really isn't worth it for the amount of time, certainly. getting other umbras and the veil crystal. So do you have tools of the trade is my first question. Umbras you should be able to pick up quite cheaply off the auction house, because people tend to have an excess quantity of those. You've got 4 canopies to open. You'll keep them until you get 5. The amount is going for about 45k at the moment. Yeah, so I would first off get Uwin's enchanting rod, do the tools of the trade, because it really makes a big difference on your disenchanting. It means you get a chance of veiled crystals on blues from your tithe ray braces, so it's really definitely worth getting. Focus on that before you do any more enchanting. Right, let's go through, run a post scan. It should be a quest option. So once, assuming your alliance, you'll have a quest. Once you've got 150 in enchanting, you go to your Emily Fairweather, and she should have a quest that takes you on through a few dungeons and bits and pieces. It's really good fun to do, and that should get you. You don't need to be max level. You need to be 150, but you have to be max level as well. So you have to be 120 level and 150 at enchanting level. Right, did I post those on? I think I probably did as I'm standing here. Yes, I am. Okay, so we're fine there. Anything expulsion wise or anything like that? No, we're fine here. So let's jump to the next character. Okay, you're halfway there. Excellent. So do what enchanting you need to do just to get to that point to level it up, and then from there, yes, do the tools of the trade before you go any further. It really is worth it. It's one of the few tools of the trade that that synchronous thread for tailoring and the as much as we hate it, the Silas proc for alchemy are the ones I would certainly recommend. Oh, we've got some good sales here for Earthen. I don't normally have a lot of good sales on Earthen, so this is good. If only someone had videos about it. I have my deep dive tailoring, which is still valid certainly at the moment, and I've got my alchemy series, which is also really good. Also, the enchanting tool only works if it's in your bags, not in your bank. You learned that the hard way. Yes, that's a good point actually, Cryptaria. I tested it once and found out the same. So what have we got here? We've got 2 waists, 2 treads, 2 arm guards, and 2 gauntlets of leather. So it sounds like someone equipped 2 leather characters with a whole load of uncanny gear here, netting me a nice 31,000 gold as a result. So I'll take that, thank you very much. That's a good start. I haven't had a lot of uncanny sales for leatherworking in a while, so it's nice to have some. And I haven't put them on at the cheapest possible. I'm still matching the different variations, so it's nice to have those through. Your leveling is a bit slow, but one day you'll do it. I know it's late in the expansion to be doing it, so your profit margins may vary, but yeah, it's been one of my favourite professions for a long while, especially in Legion. I really enjoyed enchanting in Legion. BFA, not so much because of the scrapper. You stopped bothering to even make them. Oh really? I'm still going through and making them at the moment. I'll carry on right till the end, I expect, just because it's my main money maker for these professions certainly. I probably need to restock on these. Let's have a look. Leatherworking, TSM groups, restock. So that's the uncanny gear we need, and some drums of fury. Gathering wise, we need 10 expulsum, so I don't quite have enough. And we're running low on dredged leather, it would seem. Currently price is 3 gold 50 though, so it's about time I bought some up. Browse. Let's have a shopping scan on everything. Let's have a look. How's dredged leather looking? Coming here at 11 gold 31. Is that right? No. Something's not right. Look at that. Dredged leather is telling me min buyout is 3 gold 50. Yet there it's telling me 11.31. My mat cost is telling me 4 gold 39. which should be based, that's based, the percentage you're getting there, because it's 33%, is based off of my average buy, which is telling me 34 gold, whereas I should be using my smart average buy. So because this is a new thing in TSM 4.10, so if we go to my operations, go to my shopping operation, my shopping operation is based on average buy. Now this is different now. This should now be smart average buy. So I will use smart average buy over average buy. I think I'll take average buy out completely. So I'll use smart average buy first and foremost. So I'll take that, press enter, and then when I do a shopping scan again, I have a look at that. My dredged leather percentage should change when it comes in here. There we go. Maybe a world quest for it. So I didn't see any on the map when I looked earlier. We'll have a look though. So dredged leather now is coming up here at 192% my mat price, or my smart average buy price in this case, which is 590. So dredged leather we're not buying at this price. This price definitely. So I won't be making any of those anyway at that price. Expulsion wise, let's have a quick look just in case there was anything expulsion wise that I did miss. I don't see anything here. Najitar wise, I don't see anything there. Not usually one in Zandalar as well, so no, there's no expulsion world quests. The tooltip updates based on the market prices, so you can see there with dredged leather. That's the kind of classic example. Let's go back and have a look for it. It's looking into the last time it was scanned, which is 1 hour and 21 minutes ago. So the dredged leather here, last scanned, the min buyout was 3 gold 50. Someone's obviously taken that 3 gold 50 and pushed it way up to 11 gold 31 for all of that dredged leather, which is a shame. You can see here 4,902. So I'm going to wait for the price to go further down on that point. On the flip side though, raw beast hide is looking quite nice at 1 gold 50. And raw beast hide I'll use for my drums, so it's worth buying that up in reasonable quantities. I've currently got 1,747 in my bags, so we could probably afford, where are we looking at, 170. My smart average buy price is 2 gold, so in theory if I really wanted to I could buy 6,000 at 12,000 gold, but that seems a little bit excessive to me, so I'm going to just take the ones at 1 gold 50 here, and that will keep me in a decent drums price for a moment, because that's a lot really. I mean, drums are going to have limited uses as we go on, so I'm not sure how much to carry on with that. So we'll leave the dredged leather and the expulsion for the moment. So we'll take, I can probably make some of this. Let's see what I can make. I'll do the highest profit stuff first, so I'll make that. Some uncanny bits and pieces, missing the materials on these, and now we'll swap through to just do the drums of fury next. So that was a really nice use of the crafting queue there. It basically made the stuff that was in highest profit first and then automatically shuffled it around. Oh, card stats, 423,000 cards, average of 4.6, done another 20 silver since this week. Did they change the cards lately, or am I just unlucky? Who knows? Well, you've got plenty of numbers there from 423,000. I think you've probably averaged out a decent amount. Going to jump into visions for the first time in months, but seems to be restocking instead. The life of a gold maker. That happens all too often, Edwards, definitely. Do you think it's worth spending 20,000 on mats to level up enchanting? Depending on the price of your enchants. If you put your current prices into the Bracelet Super Shuffle, that should give you an idea as to how good your market is at the moment. Have a look using the shuffle spreadsheet, and if it hold on, let me just put that in. And if it does say on the right hand side in the green column that enchants are a decent profit, then yes, it's probably worth putting 20,000 gold in it. You got 30,000 zenithids last week precisely because the price was unbeatable. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot indeed. I haven't checked. I forgot to do that, didn't I? On Awakening to check the price of zenithid. Let me... How much gold have I got on here? You got lots of gold. Let me just check the price of zenithid here because I probably am quite low on stock of it. Zin. There's a lot of things on Zin. Zenithid is what we want. Let's shift click that. So it's currently at 11 gold 50. Now Awakening only has 718 in the bag, so I really should buy... How much is that? 71,000 zenithids. That's a lot of zenithid at that price. I'm going to buy 1,000 just to keep my stock levels buoyant for the moment. I'm going to buy that. Now normally I like to buy these on the right character, but at this stage I'm just going to send this over. So let's send to Awakening. Where's the zenithid gone? There we go. 2, 3, 4. Let's send those over. 5 rather. There we go. That's everything. And then we can post on the things we need to post on. Auctioning, run post scan. Uncanny Gear, Drums of Fury, they can go on. How's the Drums of Fury price? 64 gold, that's a good price of Drums of Fury. Let's get those out, there we go. Now you know why I've not been able to get the Brutosaur really. Well, that's the problem, is we always like to hoard. And when I was spending 80 gold on the zenithids, I know the price is it's crazy. I did the same. I remember when in Legion, Chaos Crystals were coming over 400 gold a piece, and I was still making a profit at that time. I ended up using the vendor in Argus to get my Chaos Crystals at the time. I'm a hoarder, exactly. There is a song by Mike Love called Awakening. It's awesome. It is exactly awesome, and that is the precise reason, Dunkelminko, that I have named Awakening. Awakening started life off as a troll, so it fits quite nicely with the whole sort of reggae themes. And so I named my troll Druid at the time because I was playing with my son. I named him Awakening. Now that he's a Worgen, it doesn't quite fit so well, but that was, yeah, that's the theory behind the naming of Awakening, because I love Mike Love as a singer. Not the Beach Boys Mike Love, it's Mike Love the reggae artist. Close it out anyway, the bones, or is there another way to outfarm the bones? I don't know much about the bones actually. There's no way to farm just bones, no, right, okay. Right, let's have a look. So we are over here. It's a byproduct. So how are we doing? We are up to... We've broken the 1 million barrier again. That's fantastic. We're at 1,030,000 gold. So let's see if we can expand on that with my last few. So let's get rid of these. We've got another 30,000 on El Morte here, my blacksmith. Looking at sales so far, we've got 5 inflatable mount shoes. Those have done well. I wonder why those are selling so well. There's another sale there. Uncanny Cutlass, Shanker, and the Cutlass again. So that's where my blacksmithing money is going on at the moment. Diving suits. What, you don't need the inflatable mount shoes for the diving suits though, do you? I guess it's just basically for people who want to prepare themselves for Shadowlands, perhaps. Yeah, trying to level up alts for Shadowlands, it could be. Oh, you answered the chat. Okay, thank you, Mashi. Stuff you don't need bones for. Ah, right, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mashi. Right, let's go through and post that lot on. Lots of stuff, good prices, over sort of 4,000, 3,000 on that. Don't tend to sell a lot of blacksmithing other than the weapons. Occasionally get a few sales. You have 35,000 sell, like you said, the bones are the bottleneck. Right, let's post these on. We probably need to make some more inflatable mount shoes by the looks of things, which means we're probably going to have to make some inflatable bladders from earthen. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's go through, post everything on first. Check my auctions. Everything's on. Go over to blacksmithing. Clear that queue. Have a look at the new queue. So yes, 5 inflatable mount shoes. We need 5 mono-hardened hoof plates. Now, last time I looked at those were worth actually just buying off the auction house because it's unprofitable to craft. So we'll open the task list and we'll have a look for those on the auction house. So mono-hardened hoof plates, browse. Let's have a look for those. We don't want to craft those. Let's search Monel. Mono-hardened hoof plates, there we go. Let's have a look at those. So they are currently 74 gold. My crafting cost is 170 gold. So I definitely need those there. How many do I need? I need 5. So let's just up the amount I buy. Let's buy 20. Just so that I've got a stock of them. Only cost me 1,480. So we'll buy those. And we'll take those off, close that down, and open up the mail. Actually collect those up. And then we can craft. Now I've got to remember to go to my forge to do this. Check the auction house for the bladders as well. That's a good point actually. Last time they were cheaper, especially looking at it actually, the price of dredged leather has gone up now, hasn't it? So maybe that will have a factor. Let me just make the things I need to make here first, whilst I remember. So mount shoes, 5 of those. And then combatant's cutlass can go on. Is there anything we're missing in that group? Let me just check. And no, that's fine. Let's bring on the Brutosaur. Then whilst I remember, we'll do an auction post of the stuff we got first. Current price for those. Let's go through those. What's the profit on those? 3,000 profit. That's very nice. And then we're going to search for bladder. And then dredged leather bladder. Yeah, so my crafting cost on those is 46 gold, which is based on my dredged leather being 43 gold for 10, so that's 4 gold 30. If the price does go up and stays up on dredged leather, then but obviously what is it at the moment? 298 is definitely expensive looking at the region market value average, so I'll forget that for the moment. I don't think I'll need that. Certainly won't be buying those at that point. How can you buy the bones, but then vendor shuffle becomes a negative shuffle? Oh, you can buy the bones. Check wagwalking.com. Jamaican dog names. Oh, really, veteran? I'll have to check that one out. Wagwalking. Let me just check that. I'll have to remember that for next time. What do the mount shoes do? Those are for the water walking. That's right. Was it dredged leather bladder I just looked at? Yes, it was. Right, we're done on those. We've posted those on, so that's fine. We'll then go through our next character. Get everyone listed. Nadamas, my daily cooldown horde character. Going through selling anchorweed and vendor things. Let's have a look. This is usually quite quick, so we'll go through here. And we'll go through daily cooldown. Open up the bags. 10 anchorweed. Then we'll go over here. Then we'll take our expires. No sales this week. Not surprising though, because I haven't sold anything since Tuesday. So we'll list everything back on. See if we can generate some sales that way. We'll go through auctioning, run a post scan. So the anchorweed is the main thing that will probably sell here. Anchorweed is currently looking at 44 gold. My anchorweed price is 28 gold, so that's still a profit. So we'll post that on, as will everything else work. There we go. We don't need to put anything else on. We'll vendor the spare stuff though. So that's 10 gold made there. And then we'll jump out and then we'll check our other lesser characters as well. So we'll check on Feng Shu, who is currently in Dalaran. Feng Shu is selling just basically all the rough stuff that I picked up whilst leveling. So I'm not concerned with it. I'm just throwing it all on the auction house. So this is really just a as rough as you like in terms of the basic auction house operation. I think I'm either using DB market or DB region market average and just throwing everything on. So let's just pick up the expires. We do have some sales. Sold some exotic leather and raw beast hide. Half your potions sold already. Fantastic, Lamacho. Have you still got a Silas Rock to make some more? Let's open up that. So 61 gold. That takes me to 6,300 gold on my character here. So let's run a post scan here. Let's get that lot through. 100k gold profit last week on Alchemy. Very nice. Alchemy, when it goes off well, it goes really well. So long as you can get the price of Anchorweed and Zenithid cheaply enough. Of course, you got 4 Silas in a prog, otherwise never. Yes, it's all down to the Silas Rock, which does help with keeping the prices reasonable, certainly. Right, we're fine here. Where am I at? 105 at the moment. So I'll leave you for the moment. Keep that posted on. 61 gold on that character. Let's check everyone else. Bridget is in Lunarfall in my garrison. We haven't done a lot yet in terms of trying to get you to 100. Remember that you need to wait 3 days for them. You could try Silent Mouse if you think the difference is going to be large enough. The thing is, I'm not sure how volatile those prices were. I think they're artificially high at the moment. So I'm not sure whether it would be worth sending them over. But it's totally up to you. Right, where am I? What am I doing? We need to go to the mailbox. I'll pick up my garrison resources whilst I'm here, actually. We did get our ogre cash, but we'll get this at the same time. There we go. And then the mailbox is over here until that gets upgraded. So we'll do that. We'll pick that up. Open that up. I haven't got any sales here, so let's go and post on our mass sell items. You never know. Goldthorn Bramble seems ridiculously expensive. I'll just post on everything else. See if we can generate some sales that way. You'll do a guild transfer, so it's up to you. It'll be 0 gold for you. Well, I'll take a few, certainly, Silent Mouse. Let me know and do cash on delivery. Whichever's a reasonable price. Town Hall upgrade is what we need to do there. There we go. Do I change the room decoration every day? Do I change PC locations every day? The miner. This should stay the same. Now I'm up in the bedroom. We have decorated here, which is why it looks different. Or have thousands of PCs in the house next year. I wish. It's the same one that's being moved around at the moment. Void Vins are selling for 85 gold unit this week on Draenor. Let's ignore that. Anyone else had good fish prices? I suspect you have a mobile station or something. Oh yes, this all looks different now. How are we doing for garrison? I could probably leave this for the moment. I think I don't want to stay out to this rested area for the moment. I think we're fine as we are. Map wise, how am I doing? 94. So things like treasures and quests and things we can do here to relatively quickly level up. I'll go through my other characters first though, just to check on everyone there. Or on a wheeled table, that would be good. So Paladin I don't think has anything on the market at all. Haven't done any leveling on Paladin for a while as well, actually. Hellfire I don't think has a lot of stuff. Thank you, Mushy. See your question about using multiple tokens at once. You get 10 months rewards. Oh, right. I know, almost 3 hours on the stream. It's amazing how fast the time goes. It's fantastic. Looks like someone here was doing a screenshot, which is why I'm here. That would make perfect sense. What level am I? I can mount up, can't I? Yeah, let's head on back. Auction house. I don't know what I've got. I haven't got anything in the mail. Have I got anything in my bags at the moment? I have a few bits of herbs and things, because I think I've got, what have I got here on you? Professions, we have herbalism and inscription, interestingly. Not much point in having a second inscription character, really. I would probably go, if I was to change this I would probably go to Jewel Gatherer whilst I was leveling on this character. Go for the few minutes early tonight. Thanks everyone for the tips, and thank you, Sam, for the awesome stream. Be safe and healthy, everyone. Have fun. Thank you so much, Lizelle. Thank you for being here, and hope to see you again soon. Even use on your main account to get Euro and buy the time on the second account. Yeah, no use for a second inscriptionist. I don't think so. There's no point at this stage bothering with that. I'll stick with what I've got on Samadan, really. In terms of what I have in my bags, I could probably start selling some of this. I've got 9 gold on me, so I really don't have a lot here. I could send some of this stuff over to the respective characters. I'm not actually in a guild either at the moment. I need to go over to guild and communities, guild finder, Samadan plays WoW, so I'm going to request to join there, please. I will apply as any. There we go. And then when I next go to, I can't remember who's the guild officer. Any of my other characters should be able to go through. So if I go over here, and we'll go over to Bridget. You make a glyph of lavish serving with your shaman. Oh, fantastic. 50 inscribers, more cards. There is that, interesting ways, there is that. Make Stuff TV. What are my thoughts on the recent auction house change? Is it high tier gold making totally dead moving forward? What do you think of is high tier gold making? Do you mean like high end BOE flipping? Is that what you're thinking of? In which case, yes, because of the corruptions. High activity cancel scanning. Right, okay. I think yes, in a way, because of the way the throttle is now. Sitting there and repeatedly cancel scanning is not really effective use of your time, which I'm okay with at this point. There are ways around it if you really wanted to. You could post repeatedly in minimal stock quantities, and that will still get you the same kind of effect. Why can't he teleport you? I don't know, Silent Mouse. I wish he did. It's frustrating, certainly. What am I doing here? I'm going to Guild and Communities. I'm going to go on Samadan Plays WoW. Roster. Where's the invites? Roster. Perks, info, chat. There we go. Achievement points, applicants. Hellfire and Paladin. Invite. There we go. So when I go back on those characters, they should now be in the guild. And spreading out stuff to auction over your tombs. I mean, that works as well, Veteran, and that's how I generally tend to work personally, and that seems to have worked quite well for me in the past. BOE flipping is nerve-wracking. I couldn't handle it. Yeah, I'm not one for BOE flipping either for that reason. Don't know why that keeps coming up as an error. Let's have a quick look whilst we're here. Where are we at? in terms of quests and things. There was a few just outside that I needed to pick up, as well as in here actually. We need to open out our mine. We can do that whilst we've got some help. Where's the quest? Here it is. And then we can go inside. We can do this quite quickly whilst we're running through. This is a lot easier to do with my hunter. There we go, get all of those going. Do all of that, there we go.
I've never seen anyone move like that before.
Remember to promote your ult. Yes, I need to remember to do that as well. And Zayla, thank you so much for the follow. We're just going through and just upgrading my garrison a little bit here. Just to get myself into the right point. There we go. And Mr. Taz, Texas, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Make your L great again. You're always a great character. Right, we need to go all the way down here and find the person at the bottom and kill them. Finally catching me live, always watching VODs on YouTube. Well, it's lovely to have you here, Zayla. I take it you know that I've moved my VODs over to Samadan streams. Hopefully that hasn't confused you too much, and you managed to catch the various other VODs from there. Crazy light extremist, certainly. Capalethor, good evening to you.
Let me guess.
Hope you're doing well. Right, go here, go here. We can quite easily just run through all of this lot. There we go. Orcs got what they deserved. Sam's alt ranks, baggage, luggage, carry my junk, carry all my junk. That's a good idea actually. Okay, we've done that. We can probably just use our little speed boost to run up here. And then we've got this all cleared, ready. And then we can do something for the herbalism as well. I love that, Darkwing. Oreo front and center. Okay, so that quest is done. I'm going to hand that in. And then we can fly over to the other one. We've got the mining nodes and things here, but we don't need to bother with that too much at this stage. Oh, that's all way over there. I'll ignore that for the moment. Herbalism, I don't think I've got... Have I got that set up? Let's have a look. I've still got another few plots and stuff to do here. So that's not quite fleshed out yet. In terms of that, probably fine. How far do I want to go with this? Let me just check what's inside the actual auction, not the auction house, inside the garrison here. Let me run through here if I can get through the doorway. Doorways are tricky. There we go, garrison architect. Oh, that was a lot of blueprints all in one go. What have we got here? I guess we could... What would we use in this instance? Stables could be useful. Because I've never got those mounts. Barn would also be useful. I've got barracks at the moment. Herb garden. Complete a quest to unlock this building. Okay, we need to go over there to do that one. Fishing shack I don't tend to use. Small wise I could use. Now I'm going to be... What am I going to be on this character? I'm going to be a jewel crafter. So gem boutique would make sense to pop that in there. And I'm going to be an engineer. So I'm going to pop that in there on that one. Not race change for now. So you can change your race at the barbershop now in Shadowlands. So you can mail round panda for a bit. Yeah, I'm glad that they're doing that, to be honest. Yeah, it was just gender, not necessarily race change. you do the inn first, then when you have all the followers, change the barn. But yeah, it takes a lot more time. Yeah, having the inn is a good idea actually, because then you can specify the ones you need. So I'll take that advice and run with it. So that build is all in progress for the moment. Herb garden needs to be unlocked, so let's go over and have a look at our herb garden. That's over there, I believe. Is that the herb garden? No, the herb garden's outside. I get my bearings here for a minute. That's that side, that's that side. Herb gardens, that's being built. So herb garden should be over here. Outside, down here. That's the one I want. Beautiful day. Now what hasn't unlocked here? Because normally you have to go through and undo all of these from what I remember. But we don't have the quest available. Don't all the plant looks great? Well no they don't, because we don't have something missing here. So let's have a look. That one's there. That's the black iron. Okay. Maybe I'll have to come back to that one once these other things have been built, perhaps. I have to have a follower added and rank 3 to turn seeds into herbs. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking I just need to unlock it first. That was my first question. Because we've got a quest here, there. And inside here we have the farmer. Maybe we just need to unlock it with a little bit of quest or something like that. I can't remember. I remember doing it on my other characters. Rank 3 is for choosing the herbs. Yeah, there's a point where you can choose the herbs, which is really useful. I know Samadan has that. But for the moment we're in a decent position, so I'll probably just leave it there for the moment. Yeah, the follow is for choosing what is plant to get the seeds. It's just a tree in the middle. I think having... Now, what? Yeah, is it rank 2 that you can get the choose what it is? Whichever I've done on Samadan, it's the same. I can choose the herbs. Putting Fiona in there as the follower helps. I'm not sure if having that follower with the extra herbalism is the thing that allows you to unlock it, but I haven't actually got anything there. Looking at this, so where's that? Golden supplies are just there. Check the plan table. Yeah, that could be it. But the last time it said under the plan table, it said quest will unlock it. If I run over here and have a check, this is what led me to think about it, because I went over here and I checked on here, and it says the herb garden, complete a quest to unlock this building. But the quest itself I can't get access to at the moment. Maybe I need to go a bit further in my actual questing here to get it, perhaps. It's the farm. Gets like 4 more spots from level 3. So why I can't get access to that quest yet, I don't know. Maybe there's something more I need to do in the quest line. There's Leo the Lioness is that's for the other stuff, I think. Rawhal coming in with your sub. Thank you so much. Thank you, Silent Mouse. Thank you so much, Rawhal. That's so kind of you. I am just literally finishing off, but it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you for your support. If anything you've missed on the stream, it will be available on YouTube in a day or so under Samadan streams. So let me just pop the link to that in the chat there. So that's the YouTube channel where all my streams are going to be going to now. So if you haven't hit subscribe on there, please do. But thank you so much, and FJO45126, thank you so much for the follow as well. Is the quest level gated? I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, I'm at 94, so maybe it is. No worries, been watching my for a while, but never able to catch me live. Good luck to you, Wells. Thank you so much, that's really kind of you. Thank you for coming in here and throwing a sub in just as we're finishing off. I really do appreciate it. Haven't got those herbs in a long time, to be honest. You did the herb orders to level up the assigned follower. It takes a while, yes, but you can get it, certainly. Oh, according to Wowhead, it's 96. Oh, really, Totems? Thank you. That would explain it. There we go. And Valima1, thank you also for the follow. Thank you all for a fantastic stream tonight. I'm going to finish off here. Let's see if we can find someone to send some love on over to. Who do we have? Who is on? Warcraft Radio is on. Spaety is still on. She's doing a fundraising stream. I think we should send some love over her way. She's currently multi-boxing and doing a fundraising stream, so it'll be really nice to send her over some loves. Let me get that set up, and then we'll set a raid going for her. Time walking on Tuesday? I'm not sure yet, Mushy. I'll have a think about what's... I tried that once. I didn't. It just ends up being noise. I'd rather do. I'd rather raid Bob Ross than that. But thank you. Slash raid Spaety. Let's get the E's and the I's the right round. E-I-T-Y. There we go. So thank you all for a lovely stream. Thank you all for your support and your kind words today. I really do appreciate it. So it means the world to me. My next stream will be on Tuesday, as planned. With any luck, effort willing, and if I manage to get everything working, I'll have another video out by then as well. Hopefully. Samju Judsu, thank you so much for the follow. You just joined, yes, Twerk. No problem. Please do catch me again on Tuesday. Next time, we'll do probably a little bit of Mythic or something else. Maybe some time walking, a bit of leveling, perhaps. Leveling would be quite good, actually. We could do that. Thank you all. We're going to send a raid over to Spaety. So until next time, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon.